living in a digital world. We're all connected. Alicia Kingston's about to hit the stage. You won't be rejected. Leader of the pack, she's got that soulful sound. Get ready for the ride, cause she's here to astound.
She's got the tenfold theory. Got you thinking deep, exploring the unknown. Secrets that you'll keep. Ginger ale queen, sipping on the throne. The lyrics like bubbles rise and break on their own. Live stream's about to start. Get ready for the show. Alicia Kingston in the house, ready to let it all flow. From June to House of the Dragon, she'll take you on a ride. Reviewing your favorite shows with soulful lyrics on the side.
What is going on, people? Here we are. How
I
are
like
you?
how it started again.
It's like on automatic loop, and I didn't click the button.
Yeah, it was like,
Don't judge me.
It was like, and we're singing again. We're singing again.
Oh,
I'm all right. Slightly tired.
yeah. Adulting is hard.
Listen, I need my naps.
I'm tired.
That's what it is. A bitch got used to her naps. I'm like, I could not nap today because I had to get my hair washed and braided, and I'm not doing it.
I don't blame you. Oh, what is going on, Haymaker? Hello.
Hey y'all, I know,
Lena.
right?
It is. You know what? I'm absolutely very, very happy that you're able to make a live with us. Welcome. We hope you enjoyed the combo. Right, and look, that's exactly what I said before I clicked the button.
Literally.
Cue the music.
Literally.
Oh man,
My goodness.
but yeah, that damn line. I'm not gonna explain where that's from. You're gonna have to go and figure it out.
Oh,
Hey,
my eyes are
Quinn.
burning. And I forgot my allergy medication or my shot 2 weeks in a row, so I'm dying.
You like literally can't be outside on regular days. How are you going out here without your armor?
Like this?
Yeah, that's dangerous. Please don't do that. Behold, a nerd. I was waiting. I wasn't ignoring you. I just wanted to get let Meeks finish because I wanted to say your name like that. That's what it looks like it should sound like in my head.
That is true.
Hey, you've been waiting for a discussion. Hey,
Listen, he's been like been in the comments. I enjoy that. Listen, them comments been commenting. Comments have been commenting.
Honey D,
I
hello.
enjoy it.
My
I'm super
girl, what's
excited.
going on, Casey?
It's just so good. It's so like
Dude, naps are lovely things. What'd you say? It's who?
Has Heidi been doing anything?
Not yet, I don't think. Shoot, actually, you know what? Shit.
Because them
I
costumes.
meant to call her and
Them
see. Yeah, I meant to call her to see if
costumes.
she was free tonight, and I forgot.
My
Stupid.
God.
Next time, we're gonna try to have our good friend Heidi from CostumeCo come on to hang with us, so she can speak with us about these awesome costumes.
Glorious,
Like the thing, and like everybody's threads are on point. Everybody's fit is fitting.
I don't even know how they did this. Season 3, like it's just like, where's the budget? Because I could have sworn the budget was for the backgrounds and it's special effects that actually look like they're special effecting. Like, everything's enhanced. I'm here for it.
Right, see, exactly. There's way too much floating around out there. You cannot be going without the armor, ma'am. Don't do that. Damaris, what's going on?
I am curious.
How about the Doomsday Cast? I have not looked at it yet.
Look, it's just like a bunch of chairs. You can Google it and they'll give you like the pictures of it instead of sitting through what they did today. because I was confused.
Okay.
Because I was, was on my computer at work because my boss wasn't here for one time. My boss's boss is out again. And I was like, yes, laptop. And I was like, what is this, Marvel Live? Doom. And I was like, it's a chair.
Immediately.
I was like, it's a chair. Oh, wait, there's another chair. This is it. I'm closed.
They called a conference to show some chairs.
Literally, just chairs. And then I think Robert Downey was at the end, of course. But it was literally a bunch of chairs. Every 10 to 15 minutes, they would just chair. With somebody's name on it.
It says the music is musicking, and I appreciate that. What you're hearing in the background right now is by the awesome James Dahl, who is the husband of that homie Quinn's Ideas, formerly known as Ideas of Ice and Fire. He's both very talented. And the one that I played earlier was by my boy Johnny Irish Wildling. So I appreciate that. I'm actually excited because he's been working on House of the Dragon Season 3. But I don't know exactly what he's doing yet. But from what he gave us last season, I'm sure it's going to be fire. Effects be affecting it. Everything really looks more polished. I mean, they were good before, but it looks way more polished now. And as always, hopefully we will be joined by Lady D.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Around Aja once she wrangles the tiny humans. But for us four right now. Oh, and hey to all the lurkers that ain't in the chat. I see y'all. Appreciate you. The opening battle. I guess it didn't start with a battle. It started with the trial. Because Leandrin has been on this fuck shit. Sister Strongjaw, ma'am.
Yes, this has been on.
She's not even trying to hide the dark.
Wearing red and black. I'm like, nobody commented on that. Y'all was just like, oh, she went from fully red to red and black.
Fully red straight to House Targaryen. Nobody saw that. So she's walking about. I mean, and also, I question the other
that were dumb.
Aja that were there because it seemed like, oddly enough, none of them were dark friends. None of them were on her team.
Nope.
It's everybody else. But and we talked about this when me, her, and Lady D, when we watched, they gave us that little 10-minute sneak peek, and we saw that battle for the first time. I was really surprised at how many of the how fucking many of them that there were
everywhere
that had turned. Like, damn. Like, I knew they were there, but I didn't know the scale would be that big.
So
I seriously, like, ma'am, you were from the Blue Aja. You are literally the spy of spies.
Not to
how?
Are you sure, man? You're positive? You're positive because it don't seem like it.
Yeah, right. It shook it to see how deep the Dark Friends was for real. That's why I want to say it was maybe like a good 70% of them, which is a lot because if you remember, their numbers were already dwindling. This is literally everything leads back.
Each color had 3 people there, and out of the 3 people, there was at least one from every color.
Very least one, but for most, there were 2, and that shit was just, whoo, damn. Like, exactly. And they've been working overtime to keep it under wraps.
Red's running in here being like, we're here to help. I don't trust you. Because how you didn't know.
Speechless.
Ain't your job supposed to be sniffing out fuck shit?
Y'all didn't see that? Nobody but Moraine noticed how this bitch has been sneaking out of the castle for years to go see her son? Really?
I can't.
None of the Blue Aja caught that?
None of them.
Like, you know what? Yeah. She has to own that L. And luckily, because we know she is awesome people, she does own that L. And she is very swiftly is making plans. Wait, who's Frank and Earbud? I despise when I go places and I forget my headphones or my Bluetooth isn't all the way charged, because being on the bus, which is how I travel, I just no, it's so annoying.
That's why I carry
all these women. Oh, and hey, Corinne. All these women had some of the highest CT. Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about it like that.
That is true. I was thinking about it.
That is a good catch. Let me put that back up there. That is a really good catch. Wait, where'd it go?
Exactly. I was hot. I'm like,
no.
She was like,
wow, how long
together, girls.
Like sisters to step up, bruh.
The moment she said together, because I'm not together.
Right, exactly. Like, what do you mean together? I can get her right here, right now. I don't need to wait. There's the whole link with me shit always looks tight, but no, I can just have her with a left hook, like right now. I'm
looking around because it's not me. So if somebody moves, they getting it.
Easy.
It's not me.
Fast hands, man.
Like I don't have time. I don't have time. But my gosh, it was still so good. It was so good.
It was. I mean, down to like the literal shock, like when those Red Aja came in. And also, y'all know we are all vassals of House Petty. The way Suan was running the Petty these first 2 episodes, especially this right here, and her what's the hand's name?
I don't know. It starts with an L.
The Asian chick.
Starts with an L, but I can't remember.
And before we
go on real quick, in the comments, AK has not watched episode 3 and 4.
Yes. I'm still go call on that. If there's a connection, thank you. If there's a connection, wait till next week.
Yeah, she hasn't watched 3 and 4 yet.
Por favor. Yeah. Let's see, did they got the melanated ones the most? I think it ended up like that because
the first one to cut in half was that white lady. I can't remember what color she was, what Aja she was, but she got split in twain. Betwixt, there was 2 of them, top and the bottom.
Quickly, yeah.
She got sliced
they hunted that real quick. And yes, please do remember to go ahead and hit that like button. Do us a favor, spread it all around Tarvalon so everyone knows to come hang with us.
My goodness.
And yes, so Leanne, while Sister Strongjaw was sitting there trying to talk shit just before the going in, she corrected that real quick. Like, there are how many ever numbers of seats of sitters in there, and that is who is in there. Like, you absolutely are here to speak, and we're gonna let you talk. But the rest of these bitches, y'all ain't gonna hear shit. You can get the report later.
Yeah.
And what can they do?
Helena.
Nothing.
I just want her to get her shit together.
I just. And we're gonna get to Nynaeve because that scene is right around the corner. We get in there, and do you know why you're here, daughter? Yes, Mom. I'm here because you want to silence me.
I'm like, girl.
And the fucking audacity.
That's honestly some like
if Swain would have popped off right there, like the melanated woman I know she is, she could have just took her head off.
But it's
been done. Like, you really thought you were gonna come in here. You forget yourself, Lord Baelish. You forget yourself. Don't come on here smart with me. It's like, you know what? Well, since
exactly. That's what I'm sitting here like. How am I going to say this without saying what I really want to say? That's closer to what.
Thank you for that assist, Helena. Mm-hmm. Is it Helena or Helena? Let me know.
Literally, that's exactly what it is.
Oh yeah. She I really like this scene, particularly because we have not seen a lot of these ladies in any type of battle form. Mm-hmm. We've seen a few, but to see how all of them came up and handled the shit, it was very easy to tell who was with Helena. Okay, thank you. I will do my best to remember that. Proper pronunciation of names is I don't want to say a pet peeve, but in my mild OCD in my brain, I always try to make sure we get the syllables right.
Listen, Honey D, you're correct.
And the thing is, she didn't know I needed to free. Yeah, and she didn't, and they kept that. Yeah, they kept that under wraps purposely. So you have no proof, mother. And Swan just looked like what? Look over to the right.
My favorite.
Single. I call
my favorite.
Nynaeve. What is it? Nynaeve Almira something. Yeah. And of course, that face changes real quick.
It was like
from all of the Karenicity to shit.
It was an eye roll for me. It was
how are you still alive?
She was like, well, in that case,
she's like, oh fuck it, I tried.
Might as well. I mean, at this point, she's right. If you'd have gotten rid of her like you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like you were supposed to, it would be no problem. But yeah. Not only Nynaeve, but Elena. Is that her? Elena? Elaine?
The heir? Elaine,
yeah. Also was Egwene, also in the building. All three of them. Egwene got it the worst.
I don't understand why all three of them weren't in there.
Especially Egwene, because
honestly, no. Egwene should have been in there. So, and here's also what we're going, brethren. I always try to give that random phrase to all my West Indian folk that come in. It's just a thing between us. But yeah, Nynaeve, and I said this when we watched the preview, and I'm gonna say it again. Baby boo,
I need you.
You my girl.
I need you.
But I need you to get your shit together.
I need you.
It's been too long. We are in season fucking 3.
Listen, they said in the books it's 7 books of her.
Yeah, I remember them telling us that it was like 7 books before she came correct. Like, what? I'm glad I have not started reading the books, because what the fuck? The amount of insufferable sometimes with Nynaeve's attitude. And don't get me wrong, I love her character. And Zoe, she's doing a great job.
I just want her to go back to using her powers and laying bitches flat.
Exactly.
But I understand.
Don't do it just under duress.
Exactly.
Feel the power. Like, how have you not grasped this?
Well, I mean, technically, they just got back from tomfoolery and shenanigans.
Well, yeah, shenanigans where she should have absolutely had more practice, but
no,
again, because she stunted her own growth.
She's stuck. She's stuck.
It's so bothersome. It's so frustratingly bothersome, because like once she really gets in her bag, she is going to be that bitch.
I need you.
But Egwene, get to that now.
That's who really should have been here after everything she's been through. And
that's why I said
Helena,
not
that it
Nynaeve
means
and
more
Egwene.
Than Nynaeve.
Bring them in.
Means more because she's a sister, or at least an apprentice, or accepted thing. But I'm just like,
that's
listen,
right, yeah, because she went through the arches. But wait,
I was hemmed up in the collar, so you gonna listen to me today, okay? I had to deal with Rena, okay? I got trauma. You gonna listen to me?
Miss Boots, what's going on, boo? All right, wait, hold on. Let's see. We got some comments in the chat. Let me go through them here. Yeah, Elena and Glenn were in the tower, but they're only novices. Fair enough, but they can still fight.
Not even fight. Just like
and you're right. It does mean more to have Nynaeve there, because she's gone through the arches and she technically has the ring, but didn't she give it back and they melted it down already, or does she still have it? Why do I think that she?
I feel like she still has it.
Okay, I could be misremembering that. Highly possible.
I'm trying to remember because they mentioned it later on in the episode when they said that when Swan went to come and see them,
comes up
to
later.
Convince them to come back. Like, right? She mentions it like, I have the ring, and I was like, but she was like, you don't have the power. We need Egwene to go through the arches. And I think
we
still
need
said she had the ring.
That can properly right through it. Okay, so she still has it. So yeah, I need you to buckle down, okay? I know you don't like really being there because they shunned you when you were a baby, but now they see you.
Listen.
Stop being mad that it's only now that they see you.
I don't think she's mad about any of that at this point. What happened to her? So? No, I think at the end of season 1 where she used her power in that big burst.
That massive burst, yeah. It was when they gentled Logain. Yeah.
I think that when they had to fight they had to fight that giant city, and they had to hold hands with the sisters, and the girls were dying as they got to Nynaeve.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I think stunted her. Like, it just sapped everything out of her, and she doesn't know how to call it up except for in times of extreme emotion. So she's just like,
okay, I can see that take.
And she can't get it, so she's stuck like that.
Which is all the more reason for her to be practicing something while she's here. But okay, that was it happened in the arches. Okay, thank you.
So I'm just like, I understand her still being shook.
Mhm.
And not figuring out her powers, because it literally just happened. Like in the time span of things, this hasn't been like years. This has been like literally maybe a couple weeks. It's been like weeks.
Yeah.
It's still fresh. So
very fresh.
Yeah, but the tomfooleries and shenanigans that happened in that room, I am disappointed in Suan for letting you get that far.
I'm disappointed in all of them. But I won't say all of them, because it's not all of their job to be the whisperers of the Citadel. It's definitely on Suan, because she is mother. And where did she come from? The spy of all spies, Blue.
Isn't that Leanne?
I don't know how
she's blue.
Leanne is also blue.
Missed it.
And the whole of the Blue Order, none of y'all peeped this shit. Why? I don't understand that. And we are seeing Nynaeve overcomes. Well, from what we know from the book readers, she does, but I have no idea how they're gonna play with that for the show.
Like the timeline for it, yeah.
So only entrance took Nynaeve
because she like talked her
last time she used her power. Right? Yeah.
She talked her through it, which is why I think
she talked her into doing it early. Yeah.
The shock of seeing Nynaeve was, one, like, damn, she's still here. Two, like, damn, you still here? Like, you still here, not doing okay. Like, you ain't fixed yet? Okay. Yeah. She was trying her hardest to get her to work through it so that she could use her as a dark sister. And
which is exactly why she didn't. Yeah. Which is why she didn't kill her.
Trash. Look at you.
And that does come up later. I think it's not until episode 2 though that we'll touch back on that. Arosa, I don't think I've seen your name before. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like. It's still fresh.
Oh yeah, very true.
Yeah, it's definitely true. It's still very fresh.
I agree.
What I'm curious about is how they're gonna arrange the timeline so that it doesnn't take 7 seasons for her to do it. Because even right now, technically, what's it, book 3 or 4 that we're on?
I have no idea.
For this season? Let me Google
that would be a question. I don't know. And definitely, we are Team Nynaeve. Don't get us wrong. This is just constructive criticism about her outlook. Book 4.
Book 4? Okay.
That's what Helena says. Yeah. Cool. What's a book? John, go sit down. Go sit in the corner right now.
My goodness.
Oh man. Okay, so oh shit, wait, hold on. Lost my space. Where did I go? Sorry, Microsoft Word be fucking up sometimes. And they end up cutting away from the main battle for
to
a
go
bit.
outside in the hallway.
And that's when we get to the hallway. We see Varen. I don't remember the Red Aja's name that was there, or the other lady that was with her. I don't even remember what color she was. But anyway,
it was her sister. I thought they were both either brown. I think she was brown, yellow, and red. I thought.
You're probably right. They're walking down there because they were given a side quest because they have to protect all of the magic artifacts that they have there. You know, they basically have to break into the Chamber of Secrets and rescue all of the random stuffs. And once they make it in, and I was very skeptical because I saw the red and I was like,
It wasn't even the red that got me. It was the fact that she was like, what's going on in the hall? Bitch, why are you asking that question? You know some tomfoolery is happening. What do you mean what's going on in the hall?
What's going on? You don't hear those explosions?
You don't hear that shit? Like, girl, quit playing. Get your face out of my face.
And I'm also surprised, again, that Varen didn't catch it either. And this is something that only a brief nugget here, but this is something that comes up later.
Funny.
Where's just that?
That's funny. Okay, because that's what I wasn't sure if is it Naomi. I wasn't sure if she was brown because I remember seeing yellow, but I was like, I don't know. I wanted to say brown.
Okay.
Oh, that's her name.
Adilis is great. Wait, who's Adilis or Adielis? Who's that?
Because there was the shorter lady was red for sure.
Yeah. I remember that for sure. She was red. So I'm not sure which green Aes Sedai you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That's what, like, it's very. I knew it was her sister.
Baron's sister?
Yeah, I knew it was her sister, but I could not remember for the life of me what color. Because for
All
some reason I see her in yellow. Don't ask me why. I just yellow.
I don't know.
Probably because I am a yellow. Or am I a brown?
Really? I thought you were brown. No, you were brown.
Am I yellow or am I brown?
Yeah, they in the library. Yeah, because they in the library.
And the yellows heal.
And the yellow's healing, which is why Lady D has the yellow.
Okay.
Yep, and y'all know me. I'm always talking about fisticuffs and shit because I love seeing a good fight scene. So absolutely, the green Aja is exactly where I'll always be. Adelias. See, yeah, some fantasy names.
These names are pretty.
They're pretty, but you don't always know how exactly to pronounce them.
That's why I'd be winging it. That's why I just be like Trisha. I'd be like, I'm nicknaming these hoes because I can't.
And that's why we have nicknames. That's why when we're talking about Loyal, we usually say Brother Book because where do we first meet him? In the library. And the same thing for Leandra. That's why we remember her name, but it's just funner to call her Sister
Strongjaw because it matches.
And that's not shade. It's not shade.
Everyday Negroes do their big one with that one.
She's one of those villain characters that I really like. Yeah, coming up with those two names, agreed. They get all the points for that.
Catchy.
So Lil Red gets in there, and
is that disrespectful to say that? Of your
that might be disrespectful. Let me not say that. Anymore. Finally, Varen.
Listen, I would have hit her in the face with a rock. Like, shut up.
The minute she stopped, not even the minute, the millisecond after that sentence was over, that last syllable that left her mouth, Varen should hit her with the knocked her ass out.
At a certain point,
she makes out with all of the fucking treasure by herself because she hems both of them up. And Varen, we know you can fight, ma'am. Well,
here's the thing. She didn't hem both of them up. She only hemmed up her sister. Varen was fine. She just pretended to lay down. She blocked it at the last second. Her sister did not. That hit her square in her face.
Which, you know what? I feel like maybe it's because it is so few of them there that they don't think about it. But like, this might sound really strange, but when you want to teach someone to be aware of their surroundings, to maybe like heighten their reflexes or whatnot. If you're in a hall, let's say you're in the hallway and like your little brother or your little sister comes zipping by, just make like you're about to like hit your elbow out real quick. See how fast they move, how that reflex goes. Be ready. If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
Exactly.
So the minute that shit turned, she should have immediately processed that and both hit her with the double whammy. But that's not what happened because sometimes the bad guys do win. And yeah, she got past all that. She stole a whole bunch. She basically broke into Odin's vault and stole everything. Stole everything. Everything that they needed. She said everything that they needed plus a little bit more. How much of things were in there or what those things do, we don't know. But I have a feeling we're probably going to find out at least 2 or 3 of them before the season's out.
And while she was in her stealing,
for just no reason.
Back in the hallway where the sitting was, we had Alana's 2 warders trying to get in with a bunch of other with a bunch of other Ajas, and we see Red come around the corner and we're thinking, oh my god, and they're like, move so we can help. Like, what do you mean so we can help? So you don't know nothing either?
Like, hold on, like bitch, who the fuck is you? Like, because they already had their swords out, but as soon as they saw her, damn it, aiming already like right at her face. Say something else. And
then one of the Reds gets blasted as the other Aja come around the corner. It's a green Aja.
It was like 3 of them.
I know it was a green and it was a yellow.
It was a green. I think it was the first one.
Yes, she did the blast. But there's still a yellow Aja next to her, and I cannot remember if there's a green Aja on the other side of her. Or no, a red Aja on the other side of her.
It was. But I'm not sure. Either way.
They were like, oh my god, help. And she was like,
nah.
No.
Nah.
No.
Like, I had a flashback of who was it that said that? I think it was Rorschach in Watchmen, or was it the fucking dude that took the Egyptian name? What was it? Adiotis or some random name, but he was basically saying that, you know, he wants to be so powerful that, you know, everyone just looks up to him like, please help us, please save us. And I'll just look at him and say no. It's a very menacing line.
Well, that's what happened.
What this chick did. And yeah, that red Aja that they didn't trust, she promptly got dealt with. And I get it. Ozymandias. Thank you, John. Yes, Ozymandias.
Everybody got dealt with in that hallway, and I want to know how everybody got dealt with in the hallway before the explosion out.
Mm-hmm. And again, I know a lot of these ladies are powerful, but you have been training with these folks for how many years? Like, nothing about fighting against them that y'all don't remember the moves that you should make? Why are your reflexes so slow?
They are all
way too long for them to get into that room and to deal with them chicks that came around the corner.
Like, they didn't even get into the room. That's the thing. They didn't even make it into the room. Everybody came out of the room after they did the super explosion, when they all got together and formed like Voltron in there.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, and then Leandrin, because, you know, she's strong jaw with her bold ass, tried to take Swanchan down right there, and I don't understand how she thought she was going to be able to do that. Like, yeah, okay, y'all got the okie doke on them, you know, you had the upper hand here, but that's the Amaryllis-Cito. That's Mother. You thought she was going to take her down that easy? I'm insulted for her. What the fuck you mean, bro? 100 points from Slytherin.
A big fucking mess. It was so big.
Such a mess. Oh my goodness.
Like,
that shit was wild. And again, the amount of dark friends that were in there was just astonishing.
And the amount of dark friends that made it out to collect in the hallway. Yeah. It was like a good 6 or 7 of them.
Their numbers at the palace were already dwindling, and they wiped out, I want to say, at least a good 10-20% of everybody in there. And let's remember, there are still some of them that are out on side quests around the world. So that's wild. It's just so wild to think about that there were that many there. Like, y'all were slipping on the game.
Wow. Like, I just
and we know Swanchan to be a lot smoother than this. So
I'm just so shocked she was so unprepared. Unprepared. Like, my goodness, Moraine had you wrapped the fuck up that you didn't see anything else outside of this. No suspicions.
And that even I may be going a little too hard on her, but that makes it a bit more egregious to me, because Moraine saw the shit. And she did tell her, hey, this is what it is. And also, if you really want me to continue to be able to do this so we can move to that next step of getting ready and whatnot, you have to banish me so I don't have to stay here. And then
so I can maneuver
other shit happens.
So I can maneuver the way I need to maneuver. Like, I've got wow.
And let's see. In fact, only the Reds are truly well trained at fighting someone else who can use the one power. Really? Usually they're fighting men, so it would have been hopefully. I don't think it's just them. Even with the green Aja being known as the battle Aja, every one of them can use the power to fight. And they're all trained to do so all at the same time. I mean, yes, you get the specialties of what their colors are, but everybody learns how to, I guess, maybe at the very least, defend themselves. So when it comes to the Red Aja, yeah, they are good in a fight, but the rest of them aren't slouches. And the Green Aja gets them every time. That's why they're the battle Aja. That's like their specialty. So I don't know. I think there is a cross training, I guess, as you would say if you're in a service job, cross training. So you learn more than 1 or 2 stations. And yeah, I think we did establish it was 2. Yeah, Varen and Naomi were both brown. And
that's why I couldn't tell, because I wanted to see why I was confused. That's because she got on green and purple. Girl, what kind of shit?
Oh, so share the picture so we can see real quick, please.
I'm inside of my video. I don't know if I can get it any bigger for people to see, because the way I record is the double screen. So
yeah, gotcha. That's right.
Yeah, I can't even. Hold on, I'm trying to get a better shot of her from the
Yeah,
front.
she was. Yep.
She was
And
dressed
let's
very
go back up
eclectically.
here real quick to Naomi on the sofa with Chell from Harry Potter. Cho, not Chell. Cho Chang.
Who's gonna
that
be
one.
in Bridgerton?
Is she? I gotta get on Bridgerton, man.
Yes,
I
you
know
do.
I know it's the shiz. I know.
It's amazing.
But I have not had time to watch it yet. But I do follow along with the hype. And yeah, I'm always prone to liking things that are period dated, especially if it's in like older times. So yeah.
Yeah, she's not on green.
Who's not on green?
Oh, the sister. Naomi.
No. Naomi, yeah, she's brown.
She's got on green.
But she's wearing green in the hallway.
Like she's got on Varen is wearing brown. The red Aja had, of course, she has on the red.
She had on the red.
The shorter lady has on the red, and she has on like a shawl that looks to be like a reddish purple, but a green fit underneath.
Interesting.
Listen, John, Bridgerton is a treat. I thought it was going to be stupid, but the way I was invested, it's just stuff that makes you kick your feet and giggle. and
I love
everybody is giggling, not just like women. I mean, men, women, everybody's giggling.
And that is the consensus I have come to also. Yeah, everyone is digging Bridgerton.
And then Queen Charlotte ripped her heart out
deep
against the wall. That's what happened. I was ugly crying during Queen Charlotte. So,
and even saying they might not have discussed it much in the show, but in the books they discuss it a lot. Most of that.
I'm gonna need them to fix that. I'm gonna need them to be better.
Okay.
I'm gonna need them to add that into training. New training.
Okay. Right, well, I see, and that's only knowledge that we would know if you have read the books. So I think they're doing it differently for the show. Which I don't mind. We'll see how it all pans out. So once this happens, they make it out, and the fight then goes outside, moves to the streets, and it was that Red Aja that was with Varen, I think, that thought that she could hem up Swanchan once they got out of there. It's like, oh, you're about to be Leandrins now.
There are 7 of them that got out of there.
7 of them? That's still too many. Or
3 reds, a yellow.
Didn't a couple of them die though? Because Alana, before we even saw Swanchan, the first one we saw was Alana and her warders. And again, this is why Alana is my bitch. She came up against Leandrin, and Leandrin really thought it was just going to take one little force push of power. Alana runs and somersaults over the shit and manhandles her, bruh. If it wouldn't cost me a copyright strike, I would play that fucking scene right now. But I'm not doing that. I just actually got monetized. I'm trying not to jeopardize that. But yeah, that shit was that it proves again how capable Alana is. Because yeah, she did not mince a whole lot of words. Like, bitch, ain't none of y'all leaving out of here alive.
Too bad they kind of did, but it's okay though.
Right? You remember that commercial with the old fisherman with the dollar dangling on the register? Oh, you almost had it.
Oh gosh, yes, the insurance commercial. The insurance commercial.
Almost had her. They almost had her. If those boys wouldn't have paused when they did that double knife sling to the chest, if they would have hurried up, pulled that shit out and cut her head off, or actually, no, it was before that. When I was watching, I'm like, wait, hold on. Why are you wasting your time with these slashes? As close as y'all got, and they got a lot of slashes in on her. Why didn't you hit her neck? Separate her head. They can't heal that.
That's what you did too.
You did all this song and dance, and when you went for the final blow, old girl was recovered enough to where she could block you. Yep. And what happened? What we predicted when we talked about the preview. We lost one of the twin. I call them the twin boys because they roll together. Where he go, the other one go. Where Alana go, that's where they both go.
Him's dead,
and we lost our baby boo.
Protecting Alana. I mean, what a way to go!
And that was his job. That was his job. He did his duty, as Stannis would say. He did his duty, and the minute it was, we were talking about some of us. We were talking about Artax and how 40 years later I'm still pissed about it from Neverending Story. And this shit right here, I think is going to be another one of those moments in my brain. It will be another decade from now, and this show is done and over with, and I will still be pissed that baby boy had to die. Why? Because it's always the melanated folks that hit hard. They always
listen. The way I was like, girl,
it sucks.
Even in a show full of all types of races and ethnicities,
y'all still fell back on that old fucking trope.
The sacrifice. But
it's annoying. But I get it, because that one, he was basically the glue that was holding them together. I mean, obviously, Alana and I can't remember homeboy's name, but they obviously they were a true throuple. They all were in love with each other, but he was the one that was really the linchpin, because he old boy said, I fell in love with this dude, but he was also in love with Anaja, and I kind of dig her too. So yeah, now we here.
Okay. Arosa's asking, can you turn down the background music a little bit?
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. My bad. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Yeah, if any of the background things are ever too loud, definitely spam that in the chat. That's real easy to take care of. Sorry. I thought I'd turned it down enough. I apologize for that.
Yeah, Honeydee, that's what I heard too. Because I think in the show, the other one took the blade in the book.
Wait, that was a different dude? From season... I did not notice that. Oh, shit.
Yep. So
damn, I missed that. Okay.
I don't have to like it.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have to like it.
Right. Yeah. The optics check out, but it still sucks. It really does.
And while she was fighting Leandrin and the gang, Suan was out here with just two people on her trying to find, girl, she out here looking too. Girl, if you don't take your ass back to the Glut jail, fucking chiller. Did nobody tell your ass to be in these streets?
I don't understand why she left.
You are the Emily seat. Where's your seat?
Mother, if you die here in this back alley, what the fuck do you think is about to happen at the tower?
Chaos.
And I understand, and I get it. From all of the things that we have watched, where there's a war, and the leader is usually the lord that's in charge. He comes out, marches out with his men. I understand that. Yes, absolutely, you are. Obviously, you're the Emperor in seat. You're the strongest one at the tower. But that's exactly why you should have stayed at the tower, because your life is that precious.
No, she out here in these streets pretending like she gonna run in. Girl, and what happened?
Come the fuck on. And what happened? You almost got. If Moraine had not been lurking in the shadows, this would be a very different conversation.
You'd be under some bricks right now. They'd be digging your body out under them bricks, because they knew better than to attack you
risk that
with the power, because you was going to whip it to do. Even trapped, they only had limited amount of time before you untrapped yourself. They was going to throw some bricks on you and kill you. Like, man.
Don't mistake that. We're not saying that Swan Chan is weak by any means. No, she just did not move as well as she should have, and that's how she got hemmed up.
They caught her unawares.
It would have been just a few more minutes, she would have corrected that shit. I had when I first saw that scene, I had no doubt that she was going to get out of it.
But it wasn't.
However, you still should have thought better about that situation.
Even after that, I would have took my ass back to the tower. I'd been like, damn, the two people I was with is instantly dead, because they was like, what about power real quick? And it's just me out here. I took my ass back to the tower. Like, girl,
and that's another thing that really had me shook. Like, yo, it happened that quick. And I've seen some crazy shit around places in my lifetime, but what happened here, it was on such a different level. Madness, chaos, pure chaos, bruh. Mess. Look, chaos is a ladder. Littlefinger will look at that shit like, oh, bitch, this too much. Even he would have a problem with the chaos of this thing.
And unfortunately, Leandra,
wild.
Her and 4 other people made it.
The red lady that was with Varen. She made
the
it.
Green one.
The green one made it. I think there was not all of them did it because Alana's Waters
made it. I'm not sure if the yellow one made it. I don't remember that.
But they all, once it goes down, we see Moraine came and stuck around, and I don't know how they're gonna play that, but obviously I don't think those two are gonna not reconcile. I'm very sure they will. For how she was moving, I think it shows the stress level that Swanchan was on.
I don't think they need to reconcile. I think that their animosity is just for show.
Think so? Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Well, they are Blue Aja Spy Network.
It's just for show.
Matter of fact, yeah, and again, we'll touch on it later once we get to episode 2. But yeah, just like what was said in that hallway, I won't say the characters, but you know the things we have to do for show when we're in official capacity and whatnots. And I'm purposely not saying who those characters are because it's a big thing to talk about for the next episode. But yeah, that's basically it. So actually, and I didn't think about that for this situation, but you're correct. That would be a good strategy for them to do it. I mean, it's kind of like how it played out when Swanchan had to banish. Why can't I remember her damn name? Moraine. So yeah, you do things for show that you need to do for show.
I don't think I felt like they weren't upset with each other. I felt like they both knew that they had to do what they had to do, and they were going to do it. They just didn't align with each other.
I don't think the two things are mutually exclusive. I think it very much could be both. Because there's out there, especially like after all this shit happened, there's different things to take into context, I think. And that's what it is on Moraine's side for sure. Yeah, she's very hurt that Swanchan had to do that. However, Moraine, again,
girl,
that is mother,
girl.
And you are looking more and more like you're being the rogue that Leandrin accused you of being in season 1. So yeah, what is Swanchan to do? Although again, I will feel the shade that you going so hard on Moraine right now, but you didn't see all these bitches creeping around you for the past 2 years that she been gone.
Hello.
Again, I love you, mother, but y'all fucked up.
Good morning.
Oh, okay.
Now from here is where I get confused on the time passage, because then we go to see Rand and the gang sitting at a bar.
And from there,
I'm like, are y'all in the same area? Is this the same day? Is this the next day?
Right. See, and I thought they were all in different areas, but no, they are all still there in the same area
in the same day.
Why did you not have all of them in the room with you?
I don't think they need all of them.
Do you don't think so?
No, because first of all, it wasn't everybody's business, but I don't understand why they didn't have Egwene.
Fair enough. There are formalities.
Since they were involved in what Nynaeve was involved in. They could back Nynaeve's story up too. Because having Nynaeve in there and just being like, okay, well, she's an accepted, so this is what she did. The answer could have been like, I didn't do that. Then it's her word against a sister's word against an accepted word. Like,
except where I think a bit of weight would be put on what Elaine said.
Exactly.
Because, like what happened when they were sneaking out that night and Leandrin looked at her like, you two, sorry about this, but I got plans and I need to pay this bill right quick. You, however, looking at Elaine, are a complication. But that don't mean that I'm not going to talk my shit and do what I got to do. You wrap her up too. All right, we good? Did you transfer the funds? Then let me check my account. Boop. Okay, peace.
So I was a little confused about the time frame, because they were just sitting there chilling like they just like a big ass Aes Sedai fight didn't just happen. And they had to know. They were just like, you guys, oh my gosh, look at your eyes. Ew, what are we gonna do?
But if you look at the setup of Tar Valon, and again, all roads lead back to Rome, but it reminds me of Old Town, where the Citadel is. That when that very first time we saw the whole circumference of the city when they got there, my immediate thought was, oh shit, the fucking high tower is about to be out here. So we know that everyone knows what happened. Well, they know there was a kerfluffle, but they don't know the extent of it because Swanchan immediately closed ranks as she should have, and she basically said, "Hey,
started cleaning up.
Talk about it. You're gonna have to come see me, and you're not about to you're not gonna like this wet work that I'm gonna give you if you blab."
Ma'am, go fix your house. Go fix your curtains.
Fucking mad.
Okay, go get your curtains. Okay, get your curtains together. So they all like, I think they're fresh off of a boat, literally, and they're talking about, okay, so now what do we do now that we're here? And they're like, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we need to plan to stick together. We got to stick together. And
right, yeah, and Moraine, did you just see it?
Yes.
That's why I said fucking Matt, because
no, not that. The thing
which one?
That she put in about, if you look at the map, if you look at the map of Tarvalon and surrounding areas, it looks like a vagina.
You know what? I'm not surprised. It's a building full of powerful women's. So yeah, it makes sense. I mean, how many other buildings that are owned or ran by powerful men in our world? And what do a lot of those buildings end up looking like? Very, very prolific, if you will. So a building that low-key resembles a vagine, yeah, I'll buy that. I'm probably sure it didn't on purpose. Did he? Or like, are you saying that because it seems like he did, or did he actually do it on purpose? Because
I would believe that. I would believe it. I would absolutely believe it.
5 points for it. That's what he did.
I'm super confused about how they just like sitting there chilling, being like, we need to stay together, like ram ram ram. I'm like, y'all, listen, y'all just a fight just happened, and the fight just happened over technically y'all's business. So y'all in here kikiing, and Moraine shows up.
Spoke about it. I love that.
Moraine spoke up and was like, hey, we need to get Ran out of here. All of y'all need to get out of here. And they're like, we need
to go to here.
We just got off a boat. No.
She's like, yeah, okay, what? I hear you. No. I hear you, but here's the tea though. This is what's happening. We already know who the dragon is. We already seen Matt, pull in the one power, for lack of a better reference.
The horn that he left us about.
And we need to go ahead and be about our business in these streets. Okay, we can't just be sitting here not doing nothing and ignoring the problem. We got to go to work.
No,
immediately.
Like, can we have a break? Can we just relax? Yeah. And Ran is like, I've been on a boat, and Matt, his stupid ass, is like, well, I need to go find a vagina. So if you want to join me in finding a vagina and fun, we can go this way.
Mind you, wait. Yeah, exactly. That's what happens. Moraine, before he walks off, Moraine basically makes the decision for them. Like, no, we're going to Tyr because this is blah blah blah. I forget exactly what she said, but that was the plan.
The Sangreal of Kalendor, or is Kalendor a Sangreal
they were looking for,
or is Kalendor something different?
I don't know. I don't have enough information to
see if Helena can answer that, because I always get confused. They needed a Sangreal and a something or else. I can't remember what the other thing.
I don't remember exactly what it is. And you're right, Matt is gonna Matt. Which it's one of the things I really do like about his character.
Okay,
I do have beef with him on some things in his personality, but yeah, Matt's always gonna Matt. You can always bank on that.
And I actually enjoy this actor playing.
And it can only be used by a man. Really, that's interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. That's gonna come back up
thing
in episodes.
The woman thing. It's like a penis and a vagina.
Okay.
There's two of them.
Not surprised.
Squeeze them together.
Of course, they interconnect like Legos. Makes sense. Oh man. This
I really do enjoy this actor who plays Matt. He's
like, season 1 Matt was good. I really did like him, but this kid here, he super understands the assignment.
I feel like he's more playful, and I feel like the season 1 Matt he was in season Yeah, season 1 Matt.
He was a bit more serious.
Yeah, like
yeah,
more playful. I really like.
He's acting like he's playful, but there's always that extra serious undertone that's like right there beneath the surface. This Matt, no, he goes all in, balls to the wall. And y'all ever notice how the tower looks like a we leaving? Oh, okay. Well,
I think I really enjoy Matt. It's because he reminds me of Black people. It don't matter what type of serious situation I'm in. I'm gonna get these jokes.
We gonna find a fucking way to have fun.
I'm gonna get these jokes off. We gonna laugh today.
Like, okay, well, why you motherfuckers are sitting over here, bitch? I got the horn and I just did some really fucking cool shit. So I'm gonna go get some drinks before we all have to go to freaking college
be on a boat again
for the One Force right now. And if y'all want, you can meet me over there. But otherwise, I'll see y'all in the morning before we leave.
Exactly.
And he runs off with the horn. And the next time we see this fucking kid, he's having an artist draw a depiction of him with holding the horn and whatnot.
Just holding the horn,
just
blowing the horn.
Don't look awesome. I think I'm gonna have some miniatures made and send it back to my sisters.
Sir,
I'm gonna do that,
sir.
Matt, if you don't shut the fuck up,
sir. And freaking Perrin and Rand are just laughing at him, just chuckling like, "What are we gonna do about him? Nothing." Nothing. And before we get too far from that, Moraine was like, "Hey, listen, I think you need to understand the severity of going off by yourselves, even though you want to have fun. Like, hey, the Forsaken knows who you are, and they know where you are, and they're on their way if they're not already here. People are looking. If they're not here, somebody is looking at you to tell somebody else to tell them. Like, we got to stay underground." And she's like, "Because I know y'all. You guys are my children. I know you're not going. You hear me, but you're not listening.
I know you're about to go get in some fuck shit.
You finna. You know what I'm saying? You finna.
It's Friday. I know it's Friday. You ain't got no job.
Yeah, you finna. I get it.
And you ain't got shit to do.
Be careful. At least the girls had a little more sense. They said that.
Right, the boys, Matt ran off, and of course Rand and Perrin gonna follow him because that's that. Yeah, and we saw this in Two Rivers. This is nothing new. That's what they did. They put their work in, then they go over to the pub, have some drinks, play little betting games and whatnot.
Shook the Aiel because Aiel was like, "We following," and it was like, "Minnow."
It's a sense of a bit of home for them. So I definitely understand why they did it. And I actually appreciate that it was in there because we have to remember, like, these weren't just random people walking around.
Young men, too.
They grew up together. Exactly. They're all best friends.
Exactly. So,
hey, Natural Selection. Glad you could make it. Good to see you.
Hello. And so when they separated it, I think the girls stayed in the pub and just were talking about stuff, you know? They were talking about things.
I think it was a different pub though.
I thought it was the same one. Like they just went down below because isn't that the same one where Suan walked in and they had a conversation about what they needed to do?
Yeah, that was the same place where the boys were?
No, not the same place. I mean, like, because they were up top in like when they were talking to Moraine.
Oh, like the girls were in the basement.
They were in, what's this thing called? Where the rooms are. Yeah, that's what it is, the inn. They were in the inn part of the building. And when the guys left, they went downstairs to the bar. That's what I meant.
Hey, Brethren, Wun Fandom.
Hello.
Hey, yo, don't, shameless plug. Do not forget to go over to DJ Wun Wun's channel tomorrow. Me, him, and Fandom. We will be chatting about Daredevil. I want to say it was in episode 5 or 6 that we're
last
on.
Night? Talking about the last night's episodes? It's 5 and 6.
It may have been. Yeah,
no, it was. Yeah, I watched it in
the double episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not doubling up. Most times if we get extra episodes, we do double up, but we're only doing episode 5 tomorrow. DJ Wun Wun's channel.
Definitely double up. 5 is a quick talk. Well, I'm just saying.
Okay, but Fandom works for Amazon, so he has to be on out the house for third shift.
That is true. Trash.
And DJ is an actual DJ. He doesn't just have that in his name for no reason. He is an actual DJ, and he is also a pretty much professional poker player. So sometimes if the tables is hot, he will cancel the stream, as he should, because get that money. I'm not gonna stop nobody from getting their bag.
Exactly.
So yeah, we're only doing one episode tomorrow. Then Tuesday, we're doing episode 6. I think I will be there. I can't guarantee it. I was supposed to be on with the homies, Thousand Eyes and One, talking about Who Framed Roger Rabbit on Tuesday, but we had to reschedule, so it may be next Tuesday. So that probably means I won't be there. But either way, last night a DJ saved my life. Shut up.
But that message that keeps getting retracted from Honey D, that's like coming up in 2 seconds because that's exactly what happened. I'm excited to talk about that because
what was retracted?
She was asking how we felt about Lanfear and Moraine in the next scene after they have their conversation.
Yep. We were getting to that.
Yeah. Well, because first we got to get to
wait, hold on.
Didn't Suan come back in to talk to the girls? Well, she should have been in the motherfucking tower.
Yeah. Hold on though. Let me bring
Lady
D of the Yellow Aja.
And I watched your video, and I had to stop it when you said spoilers because it talks about stuff, and I went,
"Wait, excuse me." There was a video. There was a video.
Yeah, remember we talked about it. You can't watch it. We had this discussion.
Okay.
Episode 3 and 4.
Well, no. Normally, I would get notifications from YouTube, and YouTube, y'all fucking up. I didn't get a notification.
I didn't get anything.
Black Wildling had put out a fresh fucking video, and I don't appreciate that. Somebody's about to get a very angry email.
If she didn't mention it, I wouldn't have known because it didn't even show up in my subscriptions, and I was like, "Am I subscribed?" Yes, I am.
That pisses me off. No, and this has been a problem for many years ongoing. People will be unsubscribed for whatever reasons in the algorithm, and they didn't even know it. And it's really freaking absurd. And the notification game is trash because I don't even get notifications when I go live.
I got this one. I got the last 3 that we did.
I don't know. I know I'm
subscribed. Notice she said the last 3.
I know, right? How many have we done?
That means a bunch of ones before that were not notified. No. So yeah, always double check all of your subscriptions, y'all. The only way that I've seen that kind of works to combat that is to, when you click the bell and it choose, how do you want to manage that? You click all, and that most times will keep you safe. And Dante S, hello. I don't think I've seen your name before either. Welcome.
Except for I call him Dante.
And this, he says, y'all wondering when you guys were going to do the reviews. I just so happened to catch it. Shout out to Meeks. That's how I learned about it. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
When I mention it.
Welcome to the chat.
Awesome.
9 times out of 10 without mentioning, some of y'all still make it over here, and I appreciate the shit out of that.
Listen, usually I'm typing in the chat and be like, "Oh yeah, we are going live. We're doing this." I'd be forgetting videos because I'd be like, "It's in the morning, so I got to go to work." I'd be like, "Okay, bye."
Right? Yeah, you got like the sleep fog don't always be gone right away.
Bruh, I'm tired as hell right now because I skipped my.
And here, another Meeks recruit. That's what I'm gonna start calling y'all. Meeks recruits. If you want a different name, give me something clever sounding. Y'all know how we like to label stuff, especially when we do our ratings.
But to tell you where we are talking about
where the night before they ship out.
What are we? Do they have? Does their group actually have a name? Like the Fellowship of the Ring? They don't have a name.
No, they don't have a name. No. Oh, y'all want to give them a name?
I just call them the Two Rivers Kids, but yeah.
But we have to think up like 4 different names now though, because everybody's on a side quest. But we'll get to that. Right now, everyone's still together in the same spot.
So that's where we are. Like they're getting ready to split. They're playing around when Moraine told them not to.
Official ACM, EF5.
Elman's 5 or Eamon's 5. They're trying to find names.
Okay. Welcome, because I'm very sure I have not seen your name before either. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate y'all.
But yeah, that's where
we are. Shout out again to all the lurkers that I know I can see are watching but not commenting. I see y'all, and I thank you for being here. So you all right. Got you.
Yeah. So that's where we are.
Another Meeks recruit. Look, the Meeks core is strong. That's it. That's it right there. The Meeks
is entertaining. I love this. I didn't expect to love this series as much as I do. Like the fact that I'm willing to get up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning when I don't like getting up early to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We be dedicated out here. And I told y'all, a lot of y'all in some of my old streams, I don't know when Meeks sleeps all the time.
At work.
At work, she told you. She takes naps.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Look, I slept so hard one time. I woke up like, shit, I'm at work. I was like, hello? My phone ain't rang. Okay, you're good.
What stage are you going to find Meeks in randomly at work? I took a nap.
Absolutely. It was
a very good nap.
It was a very good nap. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I swear, like that song is one of my theme songs. I love it.
Listen, naps.
But yeah. While the boys are at their table drinking, still playing that game that they always play, and we start talking about girls, and of course it starts with Matt because Matt nasty. That we know that's what he do. Matt would be a prime candidate to come chill with us on a ginger beer stream to see the happenings. And they're all like, I mean, you and Gwen, bro, it looks like y'all about to be back up in here. And it's like, it's really not like that.
You know what I'm saying?
And then both Perrin and Matt are looking at him like, oh, dude, bro, you've been stuck on this one chick. Like, what do you mean? Like, I mean, there's other chicks out here, you can branch off. And Rand is still, again, a teenage boy in his brain. And I understand the sentiment, because there are aspects of my personality that I recognize are the random teenage boy in the back of my head. And you just get that smile on his face. That probably the biggest smile I've ever seen Rand give thus far. And they were like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. It's somebody else?
Like, oh, you did more than kissing? Damn, we actually didn't really do more than kissing. We've been lying this whole time. Tell us
like you
about
trying to tell me you was kissing, you was touching, you was rubbing in here tonight?
What her name is, though? Where's she from?
What she look like?
Mm-hmm.
What one?
Exactly. Hold on. Let me go ahead and okay this one. Titties. That's what they were like. Yes. Yeah. They were like, you touch titties. What? Their titties?
Literally, we're fucking grilling him for that shit.
You're like, oh my gosh. I ain't touched titties since I breastfed.
Matt wanted all of the fucking tea. He was like, nah, bitch, tell me. And you know what? Matt became Braun in this episode. Sit down, Patrick. Tell us everything.
Yeah. What do you mean they didn't take the money?
What do you mean they didn't take
They gave it back?
What did you do?
But their job is to take the money.
His nasty ass coming in with the ad lib. Details, son. Do not spare me details.
And the wine. Like, nah, you gonna sit down, you gonna tell us.
They poured his ass a big cup.
You're like, nah, you gonna explain exactly what happened, bro. They always take my money. What you mean?
I always assumed that Matt was with somebody, but you're right. We haven't technically seen him with anyone.
No, not until now. Yeah, It isn't until a little bit later in the day when our Aiel, I call them the Aiel twins because they're the two always together. I don't remember their names. It's been said, but I didn't write it down. I'm sorry.
Bane, I believe.
Thank you. See, that's my lady D is the historian. She records all the records.
Behold, correct. The messiest person you know is a man.
Thank you, Helena. Yes. All right. Yeah. Bane and Shiad. I love that her name is Bane. That's like my DC love coming through.
That is true. Lanfear, listen, Lizzie from Peaky Blinders, she is
right, you pays your rent to that. Look. And we if you go back and watch our discussions from that season, we straight called that, like, bro, you really out here slinging the peen for rent?
Exactly.
And I'm not knocking it if that's what you got to do you?
Who uses money when you've got dick? Like, nobody cares.
Sure.
Exactly. Like, what do you need that for?
Somebody please clip that and send it to me. I will send that shit right to Johnny and he will have a jingle for your ass in 1 week or less. And I'm not playing. I mean that. Somebody rewind, clip that, and send it to me, please.
Like, it's the truth. That's what happens. It is what happens. I just felt like that they needed this conversation.
Machine.
Because they've just been in shit for the past season.
And they haven't had a proper chance to hang out and just be them together. Like, this was a good taste of home also.
Yeah.
I appreciate
So
it.
I really liked it. And we do cut over. Actually, wait. Before we do that, Matt, when they're doing a toast, Matt starts speaking in some ancient tongue that no one knows, and they both looked at him, and he was like, "Oh shit, I did it again, huh?"
Yeah, they was like, "Yeah,
not bad, but toast."
They were just like,
And this is going to come into play later also. And I feel really bad for Matt, because would I want knowledge of my past lives, especially after growing up the way that Matt did and the way that he found to support himself and his sisters and family when needed? Would you want the whole weight of all of your previous lifetimes in that? And then you just be okay? No, Matt was already somewhat self-destructive before they even left the Two Rivers, and he had very low self-esteem too.
It just pops in, right?
Yeah, he doesn't remember everything. No, like he doesn't actually remember all of his past lives. He just remembers some of it. And the reason why he's coming in and out of the old tongue like that is because it's like he thinks he thinks he's speaking
the imprint of the
English.
Horn, isn't it?
No, it's not the imprint of the Horn. It's him. He thinks he's speaking regular common tongue or whatever you want to call it. He's speaking regular common tongue, but he's not, because he's coming in and like his brain is
it's like switching back and forth.
So he's not even switching back and forth between like realities or his past lives. His brain is literally like in the middle, just it's like speaking Spanglish. Like,
that's what I meant. Like, not that he's like he has all of that knowledge in him and he's just filtering through it, but something is in him. Like the memories are there, but they're not really clear, and he can't control how exactly it comes in. So he'll just slip 1 second, phenomena finistul and whatever. What the fuck did you just say? Oh fuck! I did that shit again. My bad. I didn't know. But here's this toast in our regular time. So yeah, it's not. I'm saying it's not like a thing he can control. It's something that is making him sick, because the human brain just isn't set up to be able to deal with that. That's what the issue is.
I enjoy it every single time, because he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm talking like I just love you guys and blah 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 blah."
And
they're like,
roll the dice.
Exactly. They're like,
it's like he just say, "Yo, wrench around and wrench it off."
They're like, okay,
we don't know what that means, bro.
All right. So, Perrin, what do you want to do?
And that's all he could do, make the toast, and he changed the subject as fast as possible. And once that happens, we cut over to Moraine and Lan. They're talking on the balcony, and they weren't talking. Like, Lan was just sitting there watching. Moraine comes up and he stops her like, "Wait a minute, hold on, I feel a disturbance in the force." And they look down, and here comes already Lanfear, always dressed to the fucking nine. The drip is dripping.
I love her.
You can't tell Lanfear shit. Okay, Lanfear is just like Christina to me from Lovecraft Country. She always has the fashion down.
They casted her.
She probably has my favorite costumes.
It's the way she pops up. It's her face. I don't know how she does it. She makes her face look like she is really interested in not hearing anything you got to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you do both? Like, how do you be interested in what I'm saying?
All the while, she's still convincing you that, yeah, this is the plan you need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. But then again, she's one of the most powerful Forsaken.
Helena, you're right. She dresses like she owns everything. You're correct.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And again, just like Christina did on Lovecraft. Yep.
But you know what? Like, it's trippy about it. Like, she's legit from, like, because the way the Wheel of Time works, she's legit from the past future. Mm-hmm. So could you imagine being like, I can't even catch up with this broad's closet because, like, he's sitting here, like,
and then made it.
I can't even.
Her closet.
Like, girl, you got elastic? What is this?
It's not even a regular closet. No, if you go to find an outfit in what she would call a closet, you're walking into a mall.
Like, right. It's ridiculous.
Like, it's not fair.
Full of clothes. full of watches and matching accessories.
You over there be like, what is this? What is this? Excuse me, thank you.
I was looking at that.
Thanks, I appreciate
like,
that.
Oh my goodness, give it to me. Just you give me.
It's so good. It's so
Right,
good.
Official ACM, hello, welcome. Says Lanford has an ancient drag queen giving her wardrobe advice. You ain't never fucking lie.
So good.
Yeah.
Whips and
Yeah.
chains.
She is strutting down the runway, and RuPaul is having the time of her life. Bitch, work. Nothing that she is wearing when she is on stream is not fucking immaculate.
It's so good. Like the costuming is so good.
Right,
it's like,
it's
you know who
giving
she is,
you
it's like
lens.
here.
Yes, I love that. I haven't watched RuPaul's Drag Race in so long, and I'm sad I forgot about it. Actually, Cover Girl, yes. I will not explain either of those references. If you don't know, go look it up.
But in this instance, I watch a lot of reactions, and a lot of people were confused. Like if they weren't book readers, they were confused about what was going on between the three of them, technically. And
well, they're planning. Sorry, go ahead.
What it boils down to is that Moraine is like, these kids out here for the play, and Lanfear is like, you know that if I'm here, the other Forsaken are right behind me. You know that, right? They're on the way. They're probably here already. It doesn't matter. You got to get them out of here. And she was like, okay, well, the best way to do that is like give them a scare. And so Moraine was like working with Lanfear to give them a nice, gentle, like scare. And it didn't turn into that.
There's a little asterisk right there too.
Didn't turn into that.
Because when she says it, Moraine is like, you think I would hurt them just to make them leave Rand? And
yes,
without any pause at all, Renfrew is like, Renfrew,
like, one thing I like about you.
That the one thing I like about you is you stand on business, and if some shit need to be done and someone has to die, oh well.
Like,
I know you're gonna do the shit.
We got to get him from A to B.
And I mean, this is one of those instances where the bad guy is not wrong. Like, Lanfear is 100% correct.
You said what, Lady?
I said that's the thing about Lanfear. Like, she's not like, even in the books, like what I'm realizing is that I don't know what that, like, she's not even really a Forsaken. Like, she's a Forsaken in name and what she's out for herself. Like, one girl, she seems to be legit out for herself. Like,
she literally
like,
I've been wondering about that, because how is it that you are able to be this double agent going rogue and nobody is checking you?
Who gonna check me?
I feel like they know that Lanfear is about to do what Lanfear wants to do to get this man. Well, she over here playing with this dude. We got other things to do.
Yes, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This man preoccupy her mind while we'll take over everything else. And then when we come to get this man because we need him, we know where he at with her.
Yeah.
Bada boom, bada boom.
And they did peep game, because the little spider weaving chick was like, oh, we knew you two were always too close to him. We knew y'all couldn't really be trusted.
She creepy.
And Mother Dean is creepy.
Very fucking creepy, bro.
Like
I could look at a random serial killer, let's say the formation of Dexter, and not really have a problem with him, especially since you put me on the jury with Dexter. I said not guilty. You're doing a public service. Thank you. But this chick, the little spider, now softly in the shadows.
I'm punching.
You ain't your shadows. I'm turning all the lights on.
I'm punching. Like, I don't want it. And I forgot, for Helena, that's what happened. That he really was like, I'm tired of you running after this man. That's why they lose. Be blessed. And she was like, be blessed. Like, so bad, run to get him. It's like, I'm tired.
Like, I got time. He kill me, I'll be back.
Come on.
Right. That part. Part. All I got to do is wait for my reincarnation. That's it.
That is bananas.
And Dante says here, she's trying to break her curse to the dark side so she can be the dragon. But yeah.
But I feel like they're making a point to keep telling her, like, Isha was like, you realize you're doing the thing again. And she's like, no, I'm not. But you're doing the thing.
But you are.
But you're doing
Which actually, hearing you say that, now that I'm thinking about it, are we just set on this repeat cycle of the wheel because of feels?
That's the reason why I don't like Attack on Titan.
Like, are we just watching someone and it's not, it may not even always be Lanfear, but somebody is in their fields and they go against the plan that should have been planning, whether it's on the good side or the bad side, and the shit fucks up and backfires, and now we got to start over. Because let's remember that when we saw Luce there, when we saw him, when they panned out the window, and that was a very futuristic city. They had flying cars and everything. It was all damn near the fucking Fifth Element out there. So they had their shit on lock. But now we're stuck in the Dark Ages because the power is corrupted, and we keep having to do it over and over and over. The wheel weaves as the wheel will. And the shit ain't incorrect, so the wheel is going to keep turning.
We're stuck in the Dark Ages because the male side of the one power was completely corrupted. And so if you think about how they were saying that they had thousands and thousands of Aes Sedai, half of them would have been male, y'all. So there were thousands and thousands.
Yeah, when they were in sync,
of male Aes Sedai, and then thousands and thousands and thousands, possibly million, of men who could channel, right? Like how you find women in the
like Loghain,
Two Rivers, and like Random Aiel who could like there are people in every society apparently that can channel. So imagine all of the men at once, like slowly starting to go crazy each time they touch the source. So we got knocked back to the freaking Dark Ages, not because that's how the wheel works, but because, like, realistically speaking, they fucking destroyed everything. And from this is like a book thing. It doesn't seem like somebody like was just up in their feelings, and that's why things happen the way they happen.
Well, no, not that's the exact reason, but it played a part in how shit went left. That's it.
The body was in there. The only person that was in their feelings was Lanfear, and she was mad because I don't mean this was in the season.
A woman scorned.
She was mad because Luce chose somebody else. Okay, but she was a scientist, like how we saw, right? And so she was thinking, all right, I'm gonna tap into the true power, and it's gonna be able to, like, solve world hunger or whatever, like everything for everybody. And then Luz will come back to me and all that other, like, but it wasn't a, like, you weren't doing what you were supposed to do. It was a case of you just doing too damn much. It was Lanfear doing too damn much.
I have a question. A thought that just popped into my head. Do y'all think Lanfear was ever an Aes Sedai?
She has not watched. She has not watched episode 3 or 4.
I thought we knew that all. Okay, sorry.
Okay,
that's why I was like, hold on, just real quick.
Okay, well. I don't know the details, but I said that was y'all's reaction. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop my collar and rub that, get that on my shoulder right there, because I think I just found out some cool shit.
Yeah, that's why I asked her before we even started talking, because I was like, that's going to affect what I say. Did you watch episodes 3 and 4?
Like, right. And took the words back, y'all. Like
I did. I was like, shut up.
And I have our reaction for the episode 1, and we didn't watch the regular episode 1 together, but when they did that preview with cool shit that Amazon did, we were all in our texting in our group chat as we were watching the episode together. So you'll see once I actually, I've been practicing my editing skills, y'all, but it
takes forever. The first
time it's slow. Yeah, I'm slow to learn with some of my new programs, but it eventually y'all will see that. So yeah,
exactly. Okay. That's what's hard. That's why I'm listening to what AK is saying and like gauging on what I can talk about.
Right. Yeah. And I appreciate you doing that. Thank you.
Yeah, because we're like halfway in episode 1, and it's already an hour and 30 minutes. Y'all, we ain't never going to bed.
Yeah. But
look, I should have had coffee.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Normally we don't start as late as we do, but I again, tiny humans reign here, so I always want to make sure that B can join, and we got to make sure the tiny humans are taken care of first.
Yeah. So I love it. We love it. It's not a
You don't
discussion.
even have to thank me, girl. You know how we do. You know how
It's
we
not
do.
a discussion. You have all the information.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Ma'am, you have more than me. I have a
Bullshit.
television show.
Do not have the information.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You're gonna lie to me.
To them.
All right. So Lanfear does this thing. She talks to Lan, and Moraine says, "Hey, this and this and that is happening, and y'all are still seeing him. His friends are still seeing him as that boy from Two Rivers. I know what he needs to be, and y'all need to go and get this shit together.
So I can write.
Okay,
you're in the way.
I'm not gonna hurt them for you. I mean, but low key you will, because you made this deal, Moraine, Lady Dalmadred, and you want to see it. And I understand, the things needed to be taken care of. I'm not saying that they were wrong, but there's things I think to just side eye a little bit. But yeah, I get it in the grand purpose of things. I understand it. And we saw what the boys were doing for a hot second. Then we did switch over to the girls, and they are having just a nice little discussion. And again, I fucks with Elaine a lot. I love her quiet intensity, her fire when it needs to come out. She will go toe to toe with Nynaeve in the words if necessary, and she needs to shut some shit down to make Nynaeve focus again. And I really just enjoy that character. And we have a Swanchin that comes in this scene, and she looks at Elaine like,
why are you here?
I fully expect you,
Girl,
to be in your trainee whites in the morning, so you don't have your fun. I get it. Y'all went through some horrendous shit. I'm not gonna fault you for wanting to just chill tonight, but tomorrow we back on business, and you need to be over there.
And Egwene was like, "That's so cute."
And Gwen was like, you know what?
Nah.
I don't think I'm doing that, because what's going on with Rand right now, and that's a little more prioritized for me.
You gotta make use of
it. And Swain was like, well, if you leave without actually having the ring, you will never be able to return. And Egwene, again, because Egwene is my bitch. And we saw that last season. She is that chick now. So, okay, word? Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go through the arches tonight.
I said what I said.
You say, like you want me to stay a part of the order? Fine. You're going to let me go through the arches, and then we'll go from there. And what will happen, basically what the plan was, once you go through the arches and you pass that shit and you come out, like the real you comes out, you're not, trapped in the delusion, you get that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing they did with Nynaeve. And all she needs is the ring, and then she can bounce the fuck out. And eventually that is what we see happens with her. She goes, and the only thing that confused, well, I don't want to say confused, but what's going on, Jake? Good to see you.
Hello.
What happens is we see the first arch that she goes through, and this was we did see a glimpse of this, I believe, in that preview that we watched. And I really dug this scene, because Rand is looking very Loganish with the Aiel red hair, long now, waves. And we got Egwene, Elaine, and Nynaeve rolling up. And Egwene, we find out from Rand, is now the Amyrlin seat. And I went back and I looked, I freeze framed, because I wanted to really see all of the details that could be seen. Again, the costumes are costuming. We have our lady Egwene, who is now the Amyrlin seat. And we have Nynaeve, who, even though they first of all three of them have armor on. And I love to see that, because that means they're full on warriors. There's different things they have to protect themselves. They have those the metal collar that comes up around their neck for protection from stabbing and whatnot. If you look at Nynaeve and at Elaine, the color you'll see under that, for Nynaeve it was yellow, and for Elaine it was green. And I love that blend because it fits so perfectly well. And who's been on the like super journey to try to forge their own paths and do what they do? It's been these three chicks. And I love that they are the trio that comes up. And Egwene's looking at Nynaeve like, are you sure? You know, about what he did to get to this point. It's like, yeah. I talked to the people. They said that, you know, this and this and that. And now he's here. And Rand is crazy as fuck by this point. And he starts talking shit like, okay, so you finally came, bitch, huh? You finally came. Well, you know what? You better be doing what you should have been doing long time ago. And that is fucking bow to me. And Egwene just looks at him like... And Elaine and Nynaeve are right there at the ready. And they didn't show it, but I'm pretty sure this was just a Logain repeat. They gentled him because there's no fucking way that as powerful already as we know Egwene is going to be, Nynaeve, that's not even a question. Nynaeve is above Omega level mutant if you put it in an X-Men category, and Elaine is not that far behind. Elaine has a very intimate relationship with being an Aes Sedai, and once we start talking about episode 2, that's really going to shine forth, and I'm so looking forward to the shit that's about to happen with her. Ladies, your thoughts?
It's just a short clip.
I'm going to go get more rum real quick.
Go ahead, Lady D. Like,
I think she killed him.
Yeah, I think so too. They was like, okay.
She gentled him. I think they killed him. I think that's why she, you know, so
covered in blood
and messed up. Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, that was just a little. I wish we could have seen the rest of hers because Nynaeve's was like so. It shook her to her core, and you could tell that first trip had her like, oh my god, and I got to do it again.
Books. Come on, come to the dark side with me.
I have no time to read books. I would love to read books. I have no time. I have no time. But I was like, yeah, she did what she had to do, and it was like in and out. And she was like, "Give me my ring." She's like, "Okay, we have given you the bye. Thank you so much. Excuse me." And that was it for her. I was just like, I just wish you could have seen more because it was very important for Nynaeve, and I would just like to see how important it turned out being for her.
I was very disappointed that we didn't get to see the other two arches. I do think though that there is the possibility that we may see it in a flashback.
I don't think so.
No,
but maybe not.
I don't think so.
I'm like, we've got too much to be jam packed in these last couple episodes.
Yeah,
that's kind of sad because she came out with more blood up on her person than Nynaeve did in both the first and second arch, I think.
Listen, she had to get rid of it.
That was very concerning, and we didn't see them do the wash off, like, you know, the waters cleanse and blah blah blah, whatever sins were committed against you.
No, they needed a bucket for her because she splashed her real quick.
They needed some washcloth.
like listen, she came out, some of this was dry. Like, you gotta hit her real quick with some hot water, not cold.
You know how they fix the like the little duckies that are covered in oil with the Dawn. That's what they needed. They needed some Dawn to get through the grace.
Exactly.
Down. Because she was
absolutely. Oh yeah, no. We're I don't think the ladies were saying that Logain is dead.
Oh no.
Yeah, we know he's still alive.
I don't know where he at though, but he ain't around here.
No.
Logain is definitely not dead, for sure.
He's not dead.
He just ain't here. He's smart.
And that's just like saying Nynaeve is stronger, but Egwene is more well-rounded. Yes, agreed. Agreed. And that scene right there, to me, I think we're going to get a callback of that in the next episode, which we are almost to, because there's only a few more big things that happen in this episode. Once Swan Chen, she comes in, she says, Elaine, you know, have your fun, go ahead and take you a little couple shots, but I expect you back at the spot with your trainee whites on. And speaking of Elaine, we need to go ahead and finish the rest of her storyline for episode 1 because there's not that much more of it. I didn't know that the OTP that I would love for this show is Elaine and Avienda, but I fucks with Elaine and Avienda.
I like it. I think it's adorable.
I think it's fucking adorable.
But I like Avienda. I like both of them.
And yeah, exactly. And it seems like it's the perfect match. Like they match each other, tick for tick. Elaine's walking around. She's going to the messenger like, hey, send this one directly to my mom and send this one directly over here. I'm going to see you when you get back. And she turns around. She's carrying her basket and Avienda is sitting right there. He's like, bitch, you following me? He's like, well, what is it they call Rand? The caravan or something like that.
The car
has no need of me right now. So, I mean, I figured like you could use some protection. You out here walking around all by your lonesome and stuff. It's like, oh, I'm perfectly capable of protecting myself. Like, oh, you want me to leave? Hold on, bitch. I ain't tell you that. I was just saying. Since you didn't know, I wanted to let you know that I could handle myself. No. Why don't you hold this basket real quick since you want to be of assistance? I appreciate that. Come on, let's take a walk. And I really did not see it going the way that it was. I did see some sparks, but I was like, in this day and age, times are crazy. It might not be that, so let me not get my hopes up. And to my pleasant surprise, it ended up actually being that, because what we see is when the ambulance when Swanchan sends her away, like, go enjoy the rest of your night. I need to talk to these two right here. The next time we see Elaine, after that little meet cute with Avienda, they're sitting on it looks like they're like either on a balcony or some like rooftop or something. And Elaine turns to say something to her, and Avienda, she just goes in for the kill and pulls back and looks at Elaine. And Elaine's like, fucking finally, damn. And the things happen, and I fucks with it. I don't know how long that's going to be a thing. I hope it can last, but in these type of stories, love be fleeting, but I love seeing what I saw. What y'all think, ladies?
I don't think it mattered. Like in the grand scheme of things, a lot of people saying this wasn't in the book. They felt like it was like a thing, like it could have been, but it wasn't in the books. I don't know, because as we go off, like, how y'all gonna get back together?
Yeah, see, I don't think it's gonna be anything like super serious or long term.
It was cute. It was cute, yeah. And I was like, I can see that.
It was cute for the moment. Wait a minute, damn it, Kiki! Kiki, you thought I wasn't gonna know it was you? Stop it! And if you're forgetting who Kiki is, when we did the Team Green and Team Black, Kiki was one of those that came in being a shit disturber, talking about Team Green. I see you, girl, but I appreciate you being here. Hearts all around, y'all. I do have Kiki's links. The Infamous Kiki is her main channel's name, and what you just saw up on screen, No Matter Kitty, that is her second channel.
Listen, at this point, I'm not Team Forsaken, but I like what I've seen from them, like the actors and the people. I'm like,
look,
I'm not mad.
They moving, ain't they?
I'm not mad.
They are moving in the shadows, and we love a good villain. Not that I'm rooting for them. I just like how they're putting the thing together. And of course, you Team Forsaken.
I like how they're putting the things to things.
You know what, John? Damn it! You're eventually. I feel like you're gonna wear me down. You're gonna convince me to do a fucking Twilight video, and I don't like it.
Absolutely, yuck. I can't.
I know it's not my fault. I keep trying to forget the shit, but he always being there with the jabs. Red Ojolate. Shut up.
This is Strong Jaw. Listen, everybody, listen to Strong Jaw. I don't think you understand. Like, do we like her, what she's doing? Not particularly, but I love this Strong Jaw.
Is she compelling to look at? Mm-hmm.
She's showing her ass, and I'm not mad at it. She's got shit to do.
Yep. But yeah, for the record, absolutely Team Jacob.
Team.
Okay, so after Avienda and Elaine, they do the do. And I appreciate that. I love that for them, because they were all on the same page, and I dig it. Elaine also, she gives some counsel to Rand that I think was very sound, and this is how we know she's the heir to the throne. So her mom has already been teaching her the ways of the world. For the bullshit that happened, it doesn't compare with Viserys, but from Viserys in the books pulling Rhaenyra in as a kid and teaching her, training her from the very beginning to rule. That's what her mom has been doing. So she is very astute in seeing how things can set up. Look, they may not like you think they do, but if you're real with them and you tell them what's what, show them who you really are in this whole grand scheme of things, they will follow you to the ends of the earth, because the Aiel are just loyal like that. And there's some badasses. We saw what the fuck happened with Rand's mom. She was literally minutes away from giving birth, and she was still out there busting skulls masterfully. I've never seen a warrior on screen, man or woman, that was able to pull off the shit that she did by herself while in the throes of labor. And that was freaking impressive. So for Elaine to say that, look, you have an army that could be there, that could follow you. Like, yo, go ahead and do the Jon Snow thing and get the wildlings. So I dig that. Lady D, you got any thoughts on that, Black Wildling?
I definitely think it was smart, and I think that also being the daughter heir of Andor, she's probably been exposed to like those prophecies of the dragon, because there are things that people read, right, and that they know. And so if she has any sense and she's putting 2 and 2 together, she gets it. Like, I can't say anything to you because you didn't see episode 4.
Oh my God, I'm getting there. Look, I will be there over the weekend. Stop judging me.
That's all. Like,
There is, and I mean, I obviously she doesn't know it yet, but Rand's mom definitely has a connection. So it's just,
well, I think I can tell that. I can tell that from the red hair, and that was something Avienda actually brought to fruition. Like,
might be mistaken for an Aiel.
You over here using our symbols and speaking our words. Go, you already look like you have an Aiel. Don't make me go ahead and again, everything bleeds to thrones, and it just made me think of the wildlings that much more. Don't make me go ahead and try to kidnap you and just make you mine. If you're not quick enough to escape, because that's how the wildlings function. If they see a chick, they see a dude that they want, they go and get them. They kidnap them, and if you can't get away, well, now you theirs now. Is that you're just excited? And I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah. But we're getting to my favorite part of the whole entire episode, when shit went awry. I was like, what?
And this is where we cut back to Lanfear and the deal that she made with Mormon and Lan.
What past to do?
No, I mean the dreams is what quote unquote dreams, but the attack. That's what I was talking about. You're not talking about the attack.
Sorry, okay, Lanfear ain't shit, yo. How you gonna be in a dream world? All up on Rand while you choking Egwene out.
Why you choking Egwene out? See, that's the thing. The moment that I saw that happening, and I was like, wait, hold on. Is this Lanfear in here being a dirty, scuzzy bitch? And then we see the shit, and it comes up. I'm like, damn it, Lanfear, I fucking knew it was you. You dirty fucking bitch.
You're the worst. You are the worst.
And again, don't mistake it. Yes, we fucking can't stand this bitch, but is she entertaining to watch?
She's doing what she needs to do.
She's doing what she needs to do so she can have the prize, which is what she sees as Rand.
But luckily, she did pop us out of her sleep from it to see the tomfoolery that was happening in the room. The multiple Rands.
It still took a while to get that whole situation fit. Yo, the absolute mind fuck that was happening for all of them, because Perrin, I think he was the first one to like really realize something was wrong. He looks up like, what the fuck? Like I want to say his spidey senses, but what's really happening is his wolf senses were tingling. And he got up, and randomly this axe is moving by itself, and it slams all right past his face into the headboard.
Mhm.
And next thing we know, Egwene is waking up in that cell. She's being choked by Rena, and
It's actually not by Rena. It's actually by Lanfear.
It's Lanfear, yeah.
No, I mean, like, it's not Rena's face.
looks
It's
like
Lanfear's
Lanfear.
face. It's literally her face.
Lanfear's face.
I knew it was Lanfear, but to my eyes, it reminded me fully of Rena.
She was supposed to be, but I looked at her and I was like, that ain't Rena.
Show her doing a switch. So yeah, that's what clued me in. Like, I fucking knew it was you, bitch.
Like, instantly. I was like, I knew she was playing, but I was like, why you got to dress as her? You could have just been yourself choking her in the cell and it would have been enough because she's that traumatized. You messy bitch.
See, I don't think it would have, because does she know what Renfear looks like? Or Lanfear, does she know what
Rena
looks like?
Yeah, she might not know what Lanfear looks like, but you know what Rena looks like. I understand if she's scared, but bro, she in your face. Like, you like, wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Lanfear was at least I didn't notice it, that Lanfear was showing her actual face. She took on Rena's business.
No, she was showing her face. It was her face. It was her face. I know both actors. I know the actor and the actress because she has a more masculine face, because I don't know if she is.
Shout out Kiki, but thank you. I appreciate you, girl. You know I love you.
But the actor for Rena goes by they them.
They them, so, yes.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
Is a she. So I'm like, her face is like, it's more masculine now because they were on Fallout looking more masculine. So I'm like, they put Lanfear right in that. I peeped it right at the top.
Who were they on Fallout again?
Dane. The Brother of Steel friend who got the foot shade.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Put that foot in that boot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so like, that was definitely Lanfear playing. But I'm like, girl, you couldn't tell that wasn't the person who was normally choking you. But okay, sis.
Okay. I don't know what your Zoom call is about, Kiki, but I hope it all goes well for you.
And so she got up out of her sleep. She woke up from that and was in the room like,
yeah.
And then she happened to roll over and be like, why are there so many Rands in the building? Because there's a bunch of them popping out of the mirror.
A bunch of them.
I think, wasn't Rand sleep? And then a Rand popped out? Yeah.
Right. Egwene woke up, and then it jumped into Rand's dream, and he saw Lanfear talking to him. They did their thing, but then once he came back out of that, that's when the shit starts going down, and Egwene is sitting there looking like, hold on, there's a Rand.
I'm leaving.
There's another Rand. You're a Rand. He's a Rand. She's a Rand. We're all Rands.
Once I rolled over and saw Rand, I'm out.
But, right.
It's not for me. Rand, you deal with this, and you let the real one come outside.
Absolutely not. Like it's almost like the damn Tribble situation from Star Trek, the original series. There are too many of you motherfuckers, okay? We didn't feed you past midnight, so it shouldn't be multiplying like it is, but you're here, so now we got to deal with you. And the dealing is not very easy because these random shadow folks is strong. And this whole battle goes on for a while, and we see it in sections. You know, there's Rand and Egwene in one room dealing with different reflections of Rand. There's Matt and Nynaeve at the inn, and Matt can see the tarot cards moving, but Nynaeve can't. What Nynaeve does feel, though, is that someone is attacking her, but she can't see who that is. And Matt can't help her because Matt is stuck in a trance.
I thought that they could see who that was. I thought they were able to see who that was because it was a gray man that jumped on her ass and started stabbing her, right?
She saw after she got stabbed at first. It's like because I think he snuck up behind her.
Yeah, he snuck up on her for the one time, and then she was calling out for Matt, trying to fight off the guy. And he was just like, he was prison shanking her. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Matt was stuck.
Of it all. Yeah, he was stuck, and then it was Brother Book and Perrin who couldn't see what was happening. They had the floating flying axe.
Yeah, they were just looking at the weapons were flying, and they didn't figure it out. Eventually, what goes on is they figure out, if you break the mirror and the reflection of anything that's in the room, then you can actually get rid of what's happening. And we cut back over a little bit to Lanfear, Lan, and Moraine. And Moraine is pissed, and so is Lan.
Hearing the screaming?
Because, bitch, you weren't supposed to hurt anyone. You were just supposed to scare them. And what the fuck is you doing? And Lanfear says some random bullshit.
No, it's not random bullshit.
Her like no.
It's not random bullshit. This. I think this conversation that you're talking about is happening after. Like at the time, we saw Moraine and Lan freaking out at each other. They were looking at each other like the fuck.
Why it was happening?
Hit that scream, and Lan was
and that's when Lan went out like, no, you're not about to hurt my baby today while on my watch. Right. And when
they did the power up and broke the mirrors, because this conversation that you're talking about happens after all of this, because she was pissed. She was hot, fiery pissed at that bitch. She was like, what the fuck are you doing? Because
she said nobody's supposed to be hurt.
Yes, and that's the thing. It wasn't the random bullshit, because she was like, what are you talking about? And then she was like, they're out here getting hurt.
I know, right.
Stabbed. But
that's what I was getting to.
No, this is two separate conversations. That's what I mean. Like you're skipping the end of all of that and going to a different conversation that they had with the three of them. Because at first it was two of them. It was just Moraine and Lan sitting there listening. Yeah,
and then Lanfear came up.
No,
she didn't.
No, that's the next day. That's the next day. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's the next day that conversation that you're talking about.
I guess I copied it in my notes wrong then.
Because Moraine and Lan are sitting in that room and they hear the goings on down there. And Moraine gives them the nah, don't do anything. And then once he hears Nynaeve like basically dying, he's like, nah, like
fuck this.
And then all the it comes to an end because everybody like handles their situation.
And they figure out how to do it.
Yeah, his channeling and everything.
Yeah, and he explodes that shit.
It's over.
Oh, yeah, they figure that out in the meeting. They're upset because nobody was supposed to be hurt, but and Lan especially because Lan and Nye is the thing. And
he was pissed.
We shipped them, we hurt them, and he was like, "Oh, bitch, you almost killed my boo, though."
And Lanfear was like, "Girl, what are you talking about?"
And I was like, "Well, what?" Yeah, I didn't do that. And Moraine was like, oh no, there was a motherfucker that came in, like slipped in through the shadows. Like I didn't see him. Yep. And nobody else saw him. How the fuck was that happening? And Lanfear, I think this is one of the very, very few times we saw actual fear on her face. And she was like, oh.
She was like, well, what color was the guy? And Moraine was like, he was gray.
Oh.
Hit me with the smoothness, y'all. We gotta get out of here. Get them the hell out of here. Bitch, we gotta go.
She had to backtrack and explain that shit real quick. It's like, okay, wait, hold on, no, that's one of them motherfuckers. Okay, what you need to do is get all of them out of here, like immediately. And hold on, actually, let me jump over to the chat real quick because Light Landed Fool, hello and welcome. I say Apienda came downstairs after the fight. Oh, yeah, we got attacked too. That's why our clothes are rumpled. And you know what? That's okay. I'll give them that pass because, especially if you remember how Elaine has grown up until this time now, she's been fully overbearingly sheltered, and she has still almost astoundingly been able to keep her own mind on things, and this will come into play in episode 2, which we're very, very close to right now. So I really dig that's how they came back into the scene. And Jake is saying Lan and Nynaeve would never team up with her for a second.
He skipped down. He corrected himself. He meant Moraine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because Moraine, like Lanfear said, do I think you could hurt these kids to make sure what needs to happen happens? Yeah,
I agree with him.
One thing I like about you, I think she absolutely would.
I know.
Moraine,
I don't think she would hurt them on purpurpose for this instance.
No, not hurt them on. Yeah, just do something to separate them.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lady D.
It misfired.
I haven't like I'm still on book 3, but like the way Moraine and I don't think book, and this is the thing, Jake, right? Is book push or show book Moraine? No, I don't see book Moraine and book Lanfear ever collaborating on anything ever. But like, I get what they're doing here because it's, you know, she's kind of like anti-hero-ish or whatever. So it's like you're not completely forsaken, and you're doing things that kind of help Rand and whatever else. So I see what they're trying to do. And then I wanted to throw out the job peep when Lan approached Lanfear, and he was like, yo, you almost killed Nynaeve. And she was like, I didn't touch her. And he started pulling out the sword. He was like, say it again. Say it one more time. That sword.
Say that shit one more time.
If y'all remember, that sword that he has he explained it to Nynaeve, is power wrought. So it should be able to kill her for a second. He basically threatened to kill her ass.
As he should. Because I remember Moraine had him go get that just in case Lanfear was going to fuck shit for real.
What did you
and
say?
We saw that look in Lanfear's eyes. It flashed like real quick, like, hold on, wait, baby, boo, hey. Wait a minute, let's talk about this. Rand was not pulling no fucking punches. Yeah.
My goodness.
I mean, and why would he if I was in his shoes and all? Baby, my girl almost died though.
Yeah,
like my baby boo, my first love.
Or
that was his wife. He already proposed to her and everything. He was like, "This is my babe."
That is the baby. That's my future baby mama right there. Maybe my future ex-wife. Why the fuck do you think fucking with her would push me more towards you?
Boy, the room would be stinking. I don't understand how y'all still here. It wouldn't have been no chance for me to be attacked without him because we stank in the room. Room stank all night.
I'm saying
busy.
Look, miss me with your bullshit. Lanfear, okay? I love your outfits, and again, don't mistake it. I love your demeanor. It is very fucking entertaining to watch Lanfear, but bitch, don't front. Don't do that.
But now here we are with the consequences of her actions. He almost fucking died. So maybe Nynaeve was like, well, maybe I do need to go to the tower to figure out how to get my power back. And
maybe you need to open some Britannica encyclopedias, maybe.
Listen, and Egwene was like, well, listen, I can't leave Rand because, you know, we got to be together. And Elaine was like, I probably should go back as well because I need to get, my ring so I could be useful with the ring and the power, right? And Perrin was like, I don't know about this. I want to go home. My goal was to go home and to check on home at home.
Yeah.
Right? So in order to do that, I've got to go home. So I got to check the house.
That's the thing with Perrin and Matt. And Perrin actually does make it back there, and we'll get into a little more important detail on that for the next step here in a minute. Light blinded fool, hello, what's the spoiler level? So yeah, I mean, you can toss in like if it's book comparisons for where we are right now, that's fine. Any future things, no. Anything past episode 2, no. And we can keep kosher with that. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that.
And Matt said that he was staying at Tar Valon to figure out his next speech. Is that what he was trying to do? Like figure out how to stop that?
How to not even just the speech, but basically how to reorganize his mind so the things don't like fluctuate in and out and drive him crazy. Is what's happening, and they do touch on that in episode 2 in a little bit more in depth. And I'm kind of worried about Matt now.
I'm not too worried about him.
Just his survival and dealing with this.
I'm still not too worried about him. Like he's too jovial for me to be worried about. I can't. I'm sorry. He's too happy. He's out here playing and skipping and dipping and tripping. I just don't feel like it's troubling him. But that could be just Matt's personality hiding the stuffs. But that's just how I feel. I'd be like, you'd be okay. Drink some water.
Yeah.
You thirsty? I think you need water. You'd be okay.
we gonna see.
For the last group, I think Rand, Moraine, Lan, and the Aiel ladies.
And the two, the Aiel twins. They go in there. Matt
they go with Perrin and
Oh yeah.
Book.
The twins go with Peter
Avienda goes with
Avienda goes with
Rand and
Moraine, Land, and Moraine, Rand, and Land.
And Egwene.
They go together.
And
then
yep, and then they're going. Well, the plan for them was to first go to where they were going to get a Sangreal. Which one they were trying to get? The Calendor at
they're trying to get to Tyr.
They're trying to get to Tyr because that's where Calendor is, correct?
Yes.
Right, yes. But Rand pulled a nah bitch. We're going to the Isle Waste. I said what I said.
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
And he specifically comes to that conclusion because of very good counsel from Elaine. Mm-hmm. And again, let's remember, Elaine has been groomed damn near from birth to be the ruler of a kingdom. So there are very specific lessons that she would learn. And one of those things would be diplomacy, not just with nobles, but with the small folk, for lack of a better term. So where they can see where you are and you can absolutely curry them to your side. And that's what Elaine told him. Like, look, the Aes Sedai, not the Aes Sedai, the Aiel men are fucking formidable. Are they diminished in numbers from some time ago? Yeah, but they're still some badasses. It's almost like she's giving the resume of damn it, what is Lady Mormont's first name?
Lyanna?
I forget. No,
Lyanna Mormont?
Is that her name?
Yeah, Lyanna Mormont.
From
Bear? Game of Thrones?
Yes, the bear. Yes,
Lyanna Mormont.
It's almost like she's giving that counsel, like, look, they may possibly be few and far between, but really, like, I have 62 men to give you, but each one of those men is worth like 30 of your regular soldiers. Mm-hmm. She tells him, like, look, if you give them a reason to follow you, they will follow you till the ends of the earth. Go there, find your damn army, make them your people, and then come back. Grow stronger, basically. Grow stronger and then come back. You need proper counsel. You're not going to get that here. You're not going to get that at here. But when you do that shit, if you go over there, you do what I told you to do, you come back, me as the heir, and probably be the queen by the time he gets back. Me and I want to say Andor. Is it Andor? What's the name of her throne seat?
Yeah, Andor. Yeah,
Andor.
The city.
Yeah, it's like, you will always consider you as a friend, and we will always be friends to you. Just do the right shit. And he does heed her counsel. He's like, we're not going over there where you want us to go. We're not going to Tyr. We're going to the Aiel Waste because I do need an army. And I'm not going to find any of that in the regular places. And you know what? The Forsaken, they not going to think to follow me there. So let's change the program. Let's change the game and see what happens. And of course, Moraine is going to like that because she's all about the status quo, making sure shit gets done. But you don't have a choice because who gonna check him? You're powerful, but you ain't powerful enough to go after him, even at this stage. So I was very much looking forward to that. There's one more thing. Egwene in going through her arch. The first arch that she goes through is the only one that we see. And what we do see, and I think we kind of get the beginnings of this in episode 2. I'll go a little more in depth, but right here, it's Egwene, Elaine, and Nynaeve walking up to a person standing in a shallow lake or whatever, and it's Rand.
We went.
Is that it? Yeah, what was that before all this?
Yeah, that was before.
Okay,
we went through that.
Notes are jumbled. Yeah, I told you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The word.
Yeah, she went through the archers before they got attacked.
Yeah, and they saw that. Yep, you're correct. My bad. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much where this ep ends. Unless, ladies,
popping up.
do you have something?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So, how are we rating this episode? Chat room. Give us the medium. How are we rating this episode?
Arches. We can do arches. Okay. We can do.
No, I like arches with it. How are they surviving the arches without channeling? I don't know the secrets of the arches, so I really don't think I can answer that.
They have to moiter.
Yeah. You can't channel it about arches.
Yeah, it's lessons being learned without magic. I don't know all of the full ins and out of it though, so I can't really answer that.
I'm telling you, I'm giving this episode an 8 or 8 arches. I love it so much. Like, it was entertaining. It was almost a perfect way back. Everything happened all at once.
Right.
So I'm here for it.
Yeah. And yes to the question in the private chat. I'm sorry, I just saw it.
Okay. So what's your
arches or rings. So we'll say arches. Lady D, what is your rank for this episode now?
I would have given it an 8, just like you, Meeks, but then I saw episodes 3 and 4, specifically 4. So now, that gets rated as a 7.
Okay. All right. So from the chat, Hunter D says an 8. Dante's 9 out of 10. Okay. Blinded Fool 9.5 out of 10 arches. Helena is also 9 out of 10 arches. Damn, Jake, 2, maybe 3. Harsh.
He's a book crutch fan, which I get. Oh, but I can't. Mm-hmm. I decided a long time ago that I can't judge a show based on the books, unless it's specifically stated to be everything in the books. I can't. Yeah. The expectation of it is never going to match. My heart was broken during Matilda. Everybody loves Matilda the movie. I hate it because I love the book so much. So I'm like, okay,
it's 9 out of 10. I got the natural selection as a 7 out of 10, which I get it. Reserve anything above it because the rest of the episodes maybe 5. Yeah, and I think that's where I am. Also, I will give it an 8. And I very much enjoyed it. It was a fucking banger of an opening, and I loved it. And I think maybe what you all see is the thing I love the most about that is that Meeks and Lady were able to watch that.
That was fun. I did enjoy that, but it's probably never going to happen again because I watch it in the morning.
Yeah, Meeks wakes up like before the ass crack of dawn.
I've got to
right when they drop,
especially since I can't work anymore. I've got to.
Indigo is saying a 7. And welcome, Indigo. I don't think I've seen your name before. Miss Boot 7.5 out of 10. All right. I see y'all. Chantal says an 8. All right, good shit. Okay, so episode 2. Lady D, start us off with episode 2. This is I titled this my first note. Is it on Enter Lady Chrissy? And if you watch The Expanse, you know why I said that.
So episode 2, it was so Game of Thronesy. It was like, okay, so clearly this influenced George but because apparently this didn't even happen in the book, so whatever. But how crazy is it that this woman, and I mean, y'all all know this is Morghese, right? And she's pregnant with Elaine at this time. And the big boy that runs at her, the lad, the oldest boy, and then Gawain, the Elaine's blood brother, right? He's the tinier one. And she's sitting there, she's like, okay, well, y'all just go ahead and pledge yourselves to me because, the succession issues are over or whatever.
Yeah, I won.
They do that. And afterwards, she's like, cool. Now you all die because I can't have my daughter having issues with the throne. And like, I'm like,
Buddy!
oh my gosh.
Like, yeah. Thank you so
Like,
much.
kill everybody. Oh my God.
There was like, we pledge our house. We pledge our house. Like, thank you.
Look, and I made sure to write that down. Okay, look, the first one to fall is and again, throws bleeds into everything. I will compare her to the Karstark chick that was in Game of Thrones. You know, House Baron bends the knee first. House Anshar, who looks like they might be from Dorne, bends the knee. Lady Karen bends the knee, and I say lady because they didn't give like an express like super high noble title for her. So I think she was maybe like Secretary of State or whatever in their breakdown, and she was who had the authority to bend the knee right there. And I will say she was from the Summer Isles because that melanated complexion was absolutely so smooth.
She did.
And then and then Elaine's mom is saying, you know, thank y'all for bending the knee so we can end this succession war. You know, it's really over just because I won and I'm here, but I'm not gonna have my daughter have to go through that shit. So fuck y'all. And all of them are dead.
Yeah.
Even though they just swore fealty and bent the knee, she don't care.
Well, here's the thing. It also includes her sneaker rescissions because of the second in commands who did it. It was very much a penguin situation when all the seconds got together and was like, it's like we follow you now. So I'm like, oh, well, goddamn, bitch.
And can I say what my first thought? Because the first person that I saw that walked through the door that I recognized was Lady Chrissy. And when I say Lady Chrissy, again, that is an Expanse reference. If you don't know, I'm not explaining. Go look it up. You'll be very pleasantly surprised. She comes in. She enters in first, and this is how, you know, in the backdrop is how we find out about the succession war, because, you know, the queen that we saw walking in. First of all, I feel like, again, throws bleeds into everything. Let's talk about the absolute fucking Lannister
very much so.
Prep that was in there. It down to the lion in the same exact pose.
Very much so.
Like,
I was like, look at Cersei.
Okay.
Look at Tula being Cersei. Because now she's been in so many things, but the last thing we saw her in was Dune. So she's Tula. I don't care if you're Borghese. You're Tula. I mean, look at Tula playing with a blonde wig. Girl.
Yo, and then House Baron coming in. I was like, wait, hold on. The fucking Lannisters is about to marry into Team Green. This is some bullshit.
But yeah, I mean, it proved the point. It proved the point, and it shut it down. She was like, don't play with me. But I feel like doing that, I get why she did it, but it's definitely not good.
But that did not work as good in her favor as she thought it did.
I mean, but we are where we are.
Yeah.
We are where we are, and then we go back to the present where she is walking into what is that area called? This is the sitters. What's that room called?
I feel for where it is. I want to say it's like the atrium because it's the waiting place.
There's
it's not actually
name.
It's not in the throne room where the sitters are, where the ambulance seat are. I would say that's the throne room. Where she is right now.
Oh, thank you. I knew it had a particular name. Yeah, I kept calling the sitters. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm not saying the whole name.
The whole of the sitters, but she wasn't immediately able to enter into that hall. And I wrote it down because what I was saying in the previous episode, this is one of those spots where Siuan is in her petty bag, and she makes sure to wait. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. And what's baby girl's name? What was it? Leanne?
Is it?
I think it was Leanne. And she's looking at her, and Siuan's looking back like, nah, hold on, wait a minute. And Leanne, don't miss the beach, because she also is here for the petty. And it goes on a couple minutes because they announced like everything on the other side of the door. And the camera pans over again very cleverly and looks at her and the queen and the prince consort. And you could see on the face of the queen, like, hold on, this bitch is making me fucking wait. You don't make the queen wait, except you forget yourself.
No, but that's why she did it, because you're not a queen here.
Not here.
Exactly.
You're my daughter. I'm the shit.
And that's why I said Swan Chen was in her petty bag in this. When she was ready, she let homegirl bang the thing, and then the doors open, and of course, because her mama gotta be also ridiculous and overly posh with the pump. We have the princes come in one by one. We have the prince consort come in.
Man. Fine.
I love.
And she was made Leanne stutter. Like it's a real man.
I'm a fan of that character. Yeah, I'm watching him to see what happens with him in the rest of the season. And then the queen comes in and starts trying to demand answers, and Swan Chen does not let that shit go, as she shouldn't. And she corrects it immediately. Bitch, you forget yourself. While you wear that ring, while you are here in these walls, while you are standing in front of me, the Amberlin seat, on the Amberlin seat, you will address me appropriately with the respect that is given to my station. And to her credit, she takes it. But she's still petty in her response, but she recognizes, you know what? You're right. My bad. And she rephrases her questions. And I understand while she's there, because we just saw the shit that happened with Elaine. Elaine, like we said earlier, she's a complication in the kidnapping game. So yeah, if some shit happens to Elaine, that's a whole can of worms you really don't want to open. But that happened, and that is what the queen is here for, because she got the word of that. And excuse me, mother, I apologize. However, you ensured me that my daughter will be safe here, and I heard she was kidnapped. I'm not fucking leaving until I see where she is and how she is. And I appreciate that.
Before we got to her, though,
thoughts on that. Go ahead.
Before she even got in there, and they were announcing everyone, and like we see why this is in the later episodes, right? But when I'm telling you that I got the spider senses when Leanna, when she was announcing everyone. And the queen's boyfriend came through, and she was just staring. I don't know who you are, or whatever. And then it came to her. I was like, "Oh no, something's wrong here." I've never seen that. I've never seen that child miss a step with anything ever.
Ever.
I don't get it. I don't understand what I just saw. Something seems off there, and then later someone else
smells smelly.
With this, like, why is this person unrecognizable? Like, what's the deal? So like the wheels were turning, and then when you finally see it, it's like, if you know what I'm talking about, like, high five.
It's the random white man that was in the barbershop and come to America. Where's the spoon? Yeah, it's wild. I will just harp a little bit more again. Back to Lady Chrissy. Whenever we see Shorey, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce her last name because I know I'll fuck it up, but I know her first name is pronounced Shorey. Whenever we see her in anything, she is always dressed to the fucking nines. And this outfit that she walked in here is just spectacular. Chef's kiss.
Listen, it's all around. Like, it's nasty. It's nasty all around. Like, I'm sick of it. It's sickening. I'll be stealing left and right. I told you. Every time I go home, but what happened to your outfit, girl? I don't know. Maybe I need another one. Like, what are you cooking? You in the kitchen in your robe? I know, isn't it cute?
Right. Let me jump over to the chat over here real quick. And yeah, I agree. Yeah, she was there because her baby got kidnapped. I understand, but the way she was going about talking to mother, nah, you can't do that. And she ain't. She's dumb as anything. She's about she's about that job for sure. And Punk Girl Pollyanna, what's going on, girl? Thank you for coming through.
Listen, it will be so entertaining.
But I really want Varen and Lana to have
so entertaining.
Full of wits. I don't think they got to it in the books, but the actresses would kill. I agree, yo, because that's one of the things I think I like the most about Elaine. She does not pull punches, and she is very quick to read the room, which is one of the reasons she was able to give such good counsel to Rand about what he should actually start doing versus following someone that may not actually have his best interests at heart. And again, no shade to Moraine, but we know how spies move. A spy gonna move the way they move.
Okay, so wait. What I recommend is that we finish up with Elaine's situation because I'm reading a synopsis on
her.
I'm reading the synopsis on what happened for the episode, and it's literally in blocks. So
okay. So for Elaine,
we're all split.
Yeah, we can do that. So for Elaine, again, her mama shows up, and I don't fault her for that, because if I find out my daughter was at boarding school and got kidnapped and had to go through some shit, I'm coming at your door right now too. So she comes in to check out where her girl is, and that's the first question she asks: "Where's my daughter?" And Swan Chen says, "You know what? I will take you to her myself. You and you, please go escort the princes and the prince consort to whatever entertainment they might require." I
think it's just to their rooms, actually. Like they can go back to their rooms.
It may have been. It may have been. I didn't put it in my notes, so I don't.
Yeah, she sent them back to the rooms and had a nice, interesting conversation, a more friendlier conversation out of public eye, with more,
because they could be themselves. Yeah, they could be themselves right there in the hallway, and the queen was saying, like, "Yo, you know what? I was surprised, like, how you said that." She was like, we always got to play that shit in public the way we need to play it.
Because she was like, because I literally did fuck up. But
however,
it's resolved. Like, I'm so glad you. I'm glad. Like,
she had to put that out there real quick, and I understand it. I do. Lady D, what you got for your thoughts on that one?
My thoughts on the queenly conversations between them two, or
yes.
I think it's absolutely necessary. Like, the Tar Valon is its own independent city, right? It's its own kingdom in effect, and so Suan has sway there. 1, 2, she's already having issues with the Black Aja and the tower separating. 3, last time I checked, Broad, you came here to the tower to train, even though, like, you don't have the power necessary, like the girl in, I think, the first season or the second season that burnt up. Like, you don't have the power necessary to be Aes Sedai, so you're under
homegirl sister.
And 4, we got like 1,000 years plus of history between you and Tar Valon, like you as in the monarchy of Andor and Tar Valon, that we're supposed to be working together and whatnot. So, like, this is just how things have to be. You have to put out there, your strength as the line of Andor, but I'm also the mother. So,
like,
just gotta be what it is. Also, my bad, your daughter got snatched.
Exactly. Like, listen, she's around here.
She got snatched, but we got her back.
Yeah, we did.
Not bad. I mean, she here.
As a matter of fact,
did get her back. We did.
See, that's what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, like, I mean, like, for real, and they probably wouldn't say this, but she kind of got herself back.
No, we did. We got her back. No, we did. No, damn well she didn't know what was happening until everybody got back. Like, what? They were gone.
What do you mean? Are you sure they just weren't going over to find some healing herbs and come back?
All of that came back like, girl, you left. Damn.
Yeah, so it's a fun meet cute, and again, since we're just like getting the Elaine chunks out of the way, her two brothers are there.
Listen,
and I have a question about this. I have a question because they keep regarding Elaine as like the daughter heir.
Mm-hmm.
Is it customary that only the female line come to actual rule?
Yeah.
Is that what that's about? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
I have a video coming out about the Android.
Listen, I'm there.
Hey.
I'm there.
And also, again, if you are looking for Meeks, if it's your first time here, you don't know these ladies, Meeks and Lady D's channels, links are right down below in the that what the hell I'm gonna call that
Description.
I feel like I need to find something. I need something a little more clever, a little more us.
I'm sorry.
Than just a description
box. It's
the
a description box.
I'll figure something out later. But yes, just down below, you'll be able to, in Davy Jones's locker, you'll find that easily. And you can go follow these ladies. You can get the tea when Lady D drops it, because I'm sure it's going to be fire, as it always is.
But when we get back to Elaine, I like the relationship that she has between her brothers and her. I don't know what to call him.
I love that
father. I don't know what to call him. I like that they have a playful relationship. They know that their mother can be on one, but she also picks up that they're here for a different reason. Not because she was kidnapped and they were so worried. Something else was going on, and they're looking at
and they were not
to be like.
They were not like subtle at all about how they did that, because one thing that I think we've already seen a lot of Elaine is she is a very, very good judge of character, and not just really a judge of character, but also good at reading the room. She immediately picked up like, hold on, what the
is y'all gonna tell me or not? Okay,
what y'all doing here?
Okay,
right? And the younger brother
almost
was like, well, see what happened. Are you really don't know what today might be?
Quite on set. Everybody else was looking at him like, shut up. Shut up.
And I will say also, because I can always look at things, be it people or objects in an aesthetic view, because y'all know I am a very much loving lady, but the princess was handsome. The oldest one, he had he had the beard, down, looking nice
on their handsomeness. Like, all I can see is Zac Efron and Chris Pine. Like, that's all I can see. So
damn.
Sometimes I'd be like, sometimes Chris Pine is handsome and sometimes he's not. And sometimes Zac Efron is handsome, but like the new version of him is a little weird looking because he has his like jaw constructed.
How he looked in that wrestling movie he did,
the High School Musical one, like he's okay, but he, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm not sure how I feel with it. But then their shirts come off, later, and I'm like, well,
and that's all out the door.
Well, it's not my man.
And speaking of the princess, again with Elaine, we could rack up that whole section. Speaking of the princess, we do, after we get the meet cute, they come in, and I always love a good family dynamic. And y'all know, watching me and Meeks when we talked about Lovecraft with Manaro, we love a good family dynamic, and they came in, they were absolutely just a very cohesive unit. The older brother, he was popping off on some nonsense, and Elaine looked at the prince consort and at her little brother like, how has he really become more insufferable since I was back at home? And he's like, you have no idea, bitch, let us tell you the stories. And I love that. I feel like that's a random conversation me and my cousins would have about bullshit with our aunts.
Did y'all know who the hell he was?
Lady D, you got your phone next to you?
What?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to text you a question because I can't remember what episode this happened in before I say anything.
Okay. All right. Thank you again for protecting me from the spoilers.
Listen.
But what we get a gist of is I forget what the initial question was that answer, but everybody got like tense immediately, and the youngest brother was like, do you really know why we're here? Are you sure? And come find out what's happening is because there is trouble at home.
Is there?
Well, see, just from the report that we've been given, that's the gist of what we've gotten. That there is some random trouble that could be happening, and the queen wants Elaine to go home soon, specifically because they know she is going through the arches the next day, and once she gets that ring, she can bounce, and that is the queen's plan for being here. Not that she wasn't worried about her daughter being kidnapped, but she's here with an ulterior motive. And that, I think, speaks volumes a lot for folks that ask for favors from Tar-Valon. Yeah.
Did you see episode 3?
No.
AJ? You didn't see
No.
3 or 4.
Yep.
All right, so I can't even. In this episode, what I want y'all to go back to is when Elaine comes in that room with her, I guess you would call her her mother's boyfriend.
The prince consort.
Prince consort.
Okay.
She did not. She did the same thing that Leanne did. She was just looking at him for a minute and was like, what? And then she was like, oh yeah, Gabriel. She did the exact same thing.
Oh wait, you're talking about Leanne, yeah, when they were first getting there.
Yeah,
No,
because the
not
stuttering,
Leanne,
the
Elaine.
yeah, Elaine did what Leanne did with the stuttering and being like, hi. That. Yeah.
See,
go back.
Okay, see, bringing that to the forefront of my mind, it gives me even more questions, because it seemed like they were pretty friendly and always had random drinking sessions together.
Yeah, rewind it. Go back to when she walks in that room though,
and she's playing with the crown, and he pops up out of nowhere.
She's looking for her mom, and she's not there. She sees the crown and she tries it on. He comes up like, "Yo, it suits you."
Not that point. The point where she comes in to talk to her brothers.
Right before she sat down.
She hugs her
and
first
he comes
brother.
in.
They're all 3 of them are in that room. She hugs her first brother, and they talk, right? And then she's standing there, and dude is standing in front of her, and the look on her face, she's like, I don't know. And then she smiles. She goes, "Oh yeah,
hi." Yeah.
Go back and watch. Like there's
I will have to go back and watch that.
High five, because I was staring, and that's what made me go, "Nah, something ain't right with this dude. Something ain't right with this dude."
To me, how I saw it is, absolutely, like her and her little brother have a great relationship. They're very playful with each other, and I understand that. And then it was the prince consort. I guess it seemed like they were on friendly enough terms, because it seemed like he was there since she was a kid or whatnot. I think I may have missed what you were seeing. And then the older brother came in, and he was very more about business. Definitely not as affectionate as the other 2 were.
My real question for you is, when are you going to watch the next episode? You said this weekend? Tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. You text us when you start episode 3. I know you will.
Yeah.
You're going to. But yeah,
because what y'all don't see behind the scenes a lot of times is when we're watching shit, we do be texting each other if we're watching at the same time.
Because I think that's all that happened with Elaine, like her figuring out or being told that there's something not right in the kingdom, and they need you to come back home. And she's like, no.
Her mom wants her to go back home. But later on, the last scene with her to wrap up her arc is when she goes and we see her trying on the crown, and homeboy comes around, and after that, her mom does come in once it's after the prince consort tells her like, yo, there is trouble back home, the people, which is like vastly more important even than the nobles, the people might be turning against her mom, and with the people also the military,
which is the real problem. Military.
And that's the real problem. So she wants you home so you can't be kidnapped again and taken as hostage for any type of leverage. But Elaine, again, to her character, and this is why I fucks with this chick, she's like, I am not really here trying to be nobody's pawn. If we want to actually get past that and do the do and whatnots, then I have a very specific training that I need to finish and go through. And, you know, and they talk for quite a while, and it seems like they do actually have a really good relationship together because they're old drinking buddies. And we find out that this isn't the first time that they've sat and had a drink together. Like the reason that she came in when we first saw her with Egwene, the reason she came in, that she knew how to brew homebrew liquors and whatnots, is because she was doing it with him at home. So, and I think that's cool because I have a very good relationship with my stepdad, so I very much identify with her. So I get it.
Bro, you have got to watch episode 3. I can't do this anymore. You have
look, you see my eye. we're gonna leave Elaine and we're gonna go elsewhere.
Charlie Murphy, okay. I have some things that are demanding about my government job. I don't always have like extra free time.
I know, but we're just saying that we're gonna cut it.
Yes,
here with Elaine.
We're gonna do that.
We're done with Elaine.
Elaine, you know what? Not until
no more. We can't because we can't. The both of us we're texting and we're like, there's no way. Exactly. Everybody.
No, and I'm getting to that, but for this episode here, the last thing we see of Elaine is when she tells her mom that, yo, I'm staying here. I'm going to be the first fully trained Aes Sedai queen. And even before that, a little bit, she was talking with Nynaeve, and the Swanchan was getting ready to send them both out on a Black Ops trip to go track down Leandrin and the 7 bitches that she get out with. And she can't do that if she allows herself to be taken back home. So it's kind of an up in the air thing because Nynaeve sees it as a betrayal, which Nynaeve, again, get your shit together, boo. This is a monarch that you're talking about.
Dante asked the queen can channel, correct? Like she can channel just fine, right?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry. You said what, Lady D?
I don't think so. No.
Oh. Is it just like ceremonial then? Like
like y'all remember when they went to Faldara? I want to say it was either season 1 or season 2 when they went to Faldara, and that there was
they had to hold off that
attacked that city, and the sister of the leader, whatever. Remember Moraine talking to her and saying,
same deal. That was my thought on that too. Yeah, she's able to channel, but she is not as nearly as powerful as we've seen Elaine, Egwene, and Nynaeve be.
Yeah, she probably has like a trickle of the power, if any.
She has a trickle of that. But and I think that's one of the reasons that Elaine wants to stay, because she knows she can do the shit. And if we go back to the arches where Egwene was, that one arch that they allowed us to see, if you look under there, first of all, their costumes are immaculate and all of them are wearing armor. And if you look under that armor
on that, we gotta move to the next thing.
I know. I'm just
gotta go to the next word. We've gotta go. It's already been 12.
There's a reason that she's not going home,
bro. Oh my gosh.
Go ahead.
What you got? Yeah, pull your big point out.
With Moraine, Rand, and Egwene in the Aiel Waste, because they're traveling now. And
Rand.
Listen, they're in the waste and they're trying to figure out which ways to go. And Egwene is having a hell of a time because she's going in and out of like the horror dreams and the fact that freaking Lanfear is fucking with her. On top of that, and so in the middle of one of her dreams, when Lanfear is fucking with her while she's over here playing with Rand, she somehow ends up in the desert, confused, and she sees a lady. And the lady is like, "Girl, what are you doing here?" And she was like, "What are you talking about?" And then she wakes up, confused.
You're not supposed to be here.
The confusion. And so she pops up like, "The fuck is that?"
And the next thing we know, it gets to the mountains.
I think Rand wakes up and has a conversation with her, like, "Oh, are you okay?" And she's like, "Listen, I'm not okay. I'm working through it. It's gonna be a thing, but I'm working through it. Okay, I'm just okay." I wish she would tell him what the hell she's dreaming of, so that he can like put two and two together.
Communication has never been their strong suit.
She's being tortured every single night, and she's not saying anything about it because she just thinks it's her doing that and not Lanfear, which is, girl, look at the face that's doing it to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look at the face of the person that is doing it to you. You know that's not Rena. Like, and honestly, shame on you, Moraine, to die for being like, for telling her that you can get hurt in the dream world, because that's what she tells that part lady in the I've learned that I can be hurt in the dream world. Yeah, but shouldn't you at least ask her, what do you see? Who are you seeing? What is around you? Describe the person. Like, you would have been able to say, "Oh no, that's Lanfear. She's fucking with you for some reason." Like,
exactly.
And Moraine,
you signed yourself up to be the mentor on this trip, and she in just this wrap up, we'll go with this region. She looks at Rand like, why are you training with Lan? Because Lan is showing him the sword moves, which he needs to know. And I feel like she's in her feels because he's not asking her to help train him properly using the power. And I understand that, but Moraine, why are you not? You've been assertive in everything you needed to do for these whole first 2 seasons. Why are you not doing that here? If you talk to Rand the right way and you make him actually see your point of view, he's going to at least give you a try.
A little bit.
But but you're just sitting here sulking also in I don't know whatever grief you're in, I guess. Well, she did just lose her baby boo, so we'll see however that points out. But I think she should show a little more initiative, and while he's training with Lan, okay, you got 2 hours with him. Now you need to go 2 hours with me and try to figure out how you can do that shit. And Lan, to his credit, says, "I'm already in the throes of going crazy. I feel it. It's like I'm trying to find an oasis of water in the desert, and I see it. It's right there, just out of my reach, and it tastes. I get to it. It tastes so great, but then it also is poison. And I don't want to drink poison." Yeah, but you kind of have to. You're the hero. You have to take both. And that ties in with the Aiel prophecy. And Avienda, she tells him, like, yo, y'all's prophecies is really clean cut. Like, either you're going to save the world or you're going to shatter the world into 1,000 pieces. Or you could be like how it is in our prophecy, and yeah, the dragons are going to come back. He's going to kill all of those that call themselves Aiel, and then he'll build us back up. Basically saying he's going to come in and take out the trash, and then from the remnants that are left, he will build the true world that should be there, that should have always been there. I don't know, man. That might be a wrong take. I don't know. Ladies, y'all can tell me.
Listen, I'm clarifying with Lady D, because listen, the events are all smashed together, and I was like, did this happen in this episode or next episode? That's why I'm texting, like, let me just check before I say something. That's what I'm doing. I'm like,
that whole storyline is straight from my notes. So that was all episode 2.
Oh no, I'm talking about what I want to ask. That's what I mean. Like, I was like, oh yeah, and then let me check. That's what I'm doing. I'm checking before I say anything.
So episode 4, I think it makes sense. What I took away from what Avienda was saying is that he's gonna spill the blood like water on sand. What happens when you pour water on sand? It gets sucked up.
The sand absorbs it.
Like the sand, so the earth absorbs it. Like it's just wasted, basically. It's wasted. So IO blood will be wasted everywhere, right? Like they're gonna die left and right. But a remnant, right? A part of the IO, and in episode 4, you find out more. Yeah, you can't watch the video. When you can watch my video, you'll see about the remnants, right? Of what, and then those people will be allowed to. The thing is, well, who's the remnant? Is it the remnant of the original IEL? Is the remnant of the IEL now? I feel like that's the question. Now I can't. If when you watch episode 4, then we'll be able to talk. About
it. You know, I'll be texting you on it. But
listen, the way I'm just like
from what you just said, it seems like it's basically just history repeating itself, because it that kind of described, well, maybe not fully described, but it brought back to me how Rand was even born. It was called the Aiel War, and that there was a lot of death and destruction there. In the midst of that, you know, for lack of a better term, Lightbringer was born. So
that's pretty much it. Besides us meeting my man,
I'm gonna look out for that.
Meeting my man, meeting my thick Aiel thick man, the thickest.
Once they traveled a long road. Once they got past that final like mountain crest to see the waste of the Aiel, the beginnings of it anyway. At the end, it turns around like, who the fuck did y'all tell you was coming here?
And he was like, what?
We ain't tell nobody.
What are you talking about? Before you can finish what you're talking about, they all showed up.
Again, just like if you were a random bullshit person going through the neck in Game of Thrones, the Cranog men would roll up on you before you even knew what the hell was happening.
I don't think you guys understand.
And that's what happened. These fools, they literally, and they were right there.
That's my man.
Mind you, the camera panned around the whole landscape. We didn't see them, but they popped right up in our face. Like, hold on, bitch. You know, staying at attention. Arrows trained right on their brains. So, you know, one slip up, would have been over. And they came out, and then what we saw, one of the things we saw in Egwene's that final Egwene scene was she woke up, not in her body, but in some other place. And there was a lady there that to me looked very Targaryen-ish. And it was like, you're not supposed to be here.
She's actually very.
And then
that's my man. Sorry, I pulled him up. That was my man.
We got to the mountains, and now the Aiel men have surrounded them. Of course, you know, because always you gotta check people coming into your territory. But then that lady from Egwene's dream comes from around the corner, like, wait a minute, hold on. And Egwene recognizes her. We can see that the lady recognizes Egwene,
as they should.
She's still on business, and she goes through the spiel as she needs to.
As she should. That's my man, though. My God.
And that's how
me and Lady B, we were going back and forth. That's what we were going back and forth about.
I believe it.
That is who we were going back and forth. This man is 6'6", German, beautiful. I looked at his regular picture, beautiful. He looks just like Halsin from Baldur's Gate 3. That is my man.
Texted us that picture the moment she saw this episode. She was like, "Here, just remember this when you watch."
That's my man. That is my man. My God, climber like a tree. 6'6". I need a stool.
Okay, so yeah, that takes care of the bulk of the misadventures for this. One thing with I want to, before we bring up, is the whole situation with Elaine.
We don't need to go over Elaine no more. We got to go to Perrin.
With Mama? Perrin.
Remember, we finished Elaine.
Yeah, Perrin goes back to the Two Rivers. And what he finds when he gets there, you know, and it's been a while. folks don't really readily recognize him, but the one that does is Egwene's mama. Comes up to him like, oh shit, bro, how the fuck are you back here? I barely recognize you with all that facial hair.
Your eyeballs, because they're not the same
right now. So I need you to come on and go up here with me. We can put y'all in the attic, but you gotta go. And so we can stash you with the other ones that we found. And there's no question about the other ones. We don't know who they are until we get to the room. And who do we find there but my girl Alana and her remaining warder. And I find it interesting. We don't have an explanation yet. Maybe it'll come later. Why the fuck are y'all at the Two Rivers? Why would you go there, Alana? It's interesting, and it was funny. You know, the first thing she says is, you know, fancy me seeing Perrin here at the Two Rivers
at their home, Alana, at his house.
Alana fully looks like she has gone rogue with her remaining boo. I'm not knocking it because I fucks with Alana like that, and that makeup, it low key is giving Lexa Hida, Lord Commander, in how it's formed on her face and the braids. Also, I love it.
Well, Brother Book also mentioned as they came through the ways, somebody else had come through the ways. There was somebody
else there, yeah. So Alana,
like, two people came through. But who came through the ways? I was confused. I was like, who the hell would use the ways? Because the ways ain't just like, it's not a street.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I questioned, like, wait, hold on, Alana. Was that y'all that used the ways? How did you open them? They needed Loyal.
No, they didn't need no Loyal. You saw that Loyal just used the leaf as key to the way, so you don't need Loyal. I think the way that we know it wasn't them is because parents' sense of smell.
Oh yeah, that's right. He has the wolf. He has the wolf.
Then he would be like, yeah, there's a man and a woman. One smells like ash. I smell Alana. Or once he got there and saw Alana, he'd have been like, oh, it's you. Y'all went through that. Instead, he asked, yo, how you get here? Basically, like, and that's what made me go, all right, who the hell is in the ways? Who was
in the ways? Yeah.
Right now. And whoever it is, and I think they did the foreshadowing. Loyal was like the only people who trust going through the ways without an Ogier guide would be dark friends. So there's dark friends in the field.
And we've seen that, and because that's how Pat and Fade was traveling. So Indigo, what's going on? Because she needs an army. Who is she?
There's a lot of people who need armies.
Man, everybody needs armies.
Listen,
there's that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's a lot of folks that need armies.
Everyone needs an army.
It's the she that you're referencing. And Helena says, Alana does end up in Two Rivers in books. It seems like the reasons may be different. And they very well might be, but I love that Alana was there. And also for this scene, I think that this was one of my favorite scenes. Is Egwene's mom is she's up there making plans, hiding them. Perrin asks about his families. I know Tam, who was Roose Bolton, and a couple other folks smuggled them out, so they're safe. So none of that needs to be a worry. And she's like, it kind of sucks that the White Cloaks are here, but they are like our only defense against the Trollocs. Mm-hmm. But in that same vein, though, she says, I would think that men that had sworn themselves to the light would have acted better. Ma'am, you're mistaken. Because again, and I will not go into great detail on it, but these are white cloaks. So do with that information what you will in your brain. I'm just saying.
Trash. I hate them. I thought that man had died. In my mind, I hated him so much he died. And then I saw him again and I was like, why is he here?
Yep. And this was a part of the trailer that we had talked about when we watched that sneak peek 10-minute thing. Is that the son of that White Cloak that was killed by Hopper came through, and we saw Elena's warder fighting, and we didn't see Elena, so we thought that he maybe might have left But nah, here we see Alana. So like, okay, so there's definitely a fight that's about to go down because Perrin is like, look, if they looking for me, the best thing right now to protect y'all would just be for me to go outside and say, hey, motherfucker, okay, surprise, bitch, here I am. And I think that is the lead up to the fight scene that we saw in the trailer.
Well, they have to go rescue Matt's family.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Where are Matt's family?
They were in the town. They were in the town and they were gone.
Matt's family is in a cage. We see them.
Yeah. The White Cloaks got him.
Okay. I don't think I was paying
And that's why
attention.
he wanted to go confront the White Cloaks because they were snatching people up, looking for Perrin.
Yeah. They were paying extra bounties for him. You're right.
And they
So
were
yeah,
snatching people
I
up.
think
Yep.
I think that's going to be a part of what's coming up. And yeah, the ladies can't confirm that because I haven't seen yet, but we'll see. What did we miss any other big points for this ep? We got Elaine.
Matt, he's struggling.
Oh, Matt. Yeah, Matt. We see Matt and Nynaeve.
I can't fix him, I think.
The healers, the yellow Aja, and they're trying to heal his brain so he's not going crazy with these lifetimes of fragmented memories in his brain. But there's not a whole lot they can do with that. And it's likely that something super bad might happen to Matt. And I can't even say it's petty. It was just very comical to me. When we cut to Matt, he's sitting alone in his room, and his room is sandwiched in between the rooms of Elaine's two brothers.
Haha.
And they are having a good old time with some of the ladies that are there. And he's like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then Min shows up. And also, can we see how Min's fit is fucking fitting?
It's not fitting. She stands out like a sore goddamn thumb.
Well, no, she stands
supposed to be there.
It looks fashionably awesome on her.
It looks cool. She looks very boogie nights, but she ain't like, girl, could you dress like you're supposed to be here? Because people are looking at her like,
She's good enough. She's basically functioning as a spy for Swan Chen.
Yes, but you can't be that great of a spy if people see you walking around in pants and everybody else don't got that on.
Bruh.
Well, that's not what she was.
I thought that I was like, everybody's gonna be like, there go men.
Yep.
Here for.
There go man, go into this room, doing something for Swan.
I'm looking like nobody else.
I'm very interested in seeing where they're gonna take that storyline.
Girl, I'm just like, ma'am, get it together. Put a robe on.
Indeed.
With a color. Grab a color.
Like, can we talk about how Matt was trying to comb down the chest hairs before he opened the door?
Sir,
young man, this just ain't it.
You're not it today. Sorry. Zac Efron and Chris Pine are here. Just drink some water.
I didn't see Zac Efron, but I did think the one looked like Chris Pine. So yeah, once that's done, he's summoned to talk to Swan Chen and to bring the horn, and it takes Swan Chen to say the shit that she did to make him fully recognize that you're basically holding the Elder Wand from Harry Potter. If you advertise that you have it, someone is going to kill you and take it from you.
She's like, oh my God, thank goodness you didn't take a picture. Like you didn't have somebody draw a picture of you with the horn.
That'd be ridiculous.
Right? And you weren't telling people in public and blowing the horn.
You wouldn't play with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like you weren't doing that.
You summoned the heroes of old just from blowing it. And the magic will always work as long as you're still alive.
So
and it takes Matt so many minutes to turn around. Wait, hold on.
He was like,
until I'm not alive? What you mean? Yeah, if someone wants that, all they have to do is kill you, and then the magic is theirs, and they blow the horn, and they become a hero. And Matt, I appreciate how he feels, because this is very much his insecurities from being in the service, I think.
Sir, the Forsaken is trying to kill you too.
No, I get that.
Sir, shut up.
He says, "Yo, I'm not really a hero.
That's not about being a hero, baby. You got the horn.
I just did what I needed to do." And Swanshan again does not miss a beat. Like, those folks that you call heroes, they literally were just doing what they needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, that just blew Matt's mind.
Because I get him not thinking about himself as a hero, because a lot of heroes don't see themselves as hero. Yeah. They just see themselves as regular people, like he said, doing what they need to do. It's the hero title that comes after all that is done. Yeah, to celebrate them doing what needs to be done. So I get him doing that, but sir, going around and being I got the ring, Lord of the Rings, I got it. Ring, watch.
Draw a picture, commemorate this shit.
Like, sir.
Matt, go sit down.
Put it up. But I thought it was really funny how she was like, "Oh my gosh, did you want me to hold that for you?"
Right. He was like, you know what? I think that's a good idea.
He said, "I think so too.
That offer.
I think it's great. Thank you so much for allowing me to hold this for you. Mm-hmm. Now you may go back to your room."
Right.
Like, sir, you play too much.
I do also still think it was super funny that the brothers were in their rooms doing that bullshit. And also, just before we wrap up, we had that scene with them in the courtyard. Like, I don't understand why it was such a big deal that the chick that was hanging out with Matt earlier in the day, and the other girl came in like, "Yo, you have got to come and see this."
I showed up to watch. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, what?
They watch Warders with their shirts off training every day.
And I will watch it again.
Yeah, but
why is this such a spectacle?
These are two princes.
Because they're princes.
So
they're princely. They're throwing kisses, and like in the books, everyone thinks they're hot. So that's them. That's what they're doing. They're like, oh, they're really attractive.
The Warders have the exact same attractiveness.
Yes, but not everybody has access to the Warders. So these girls are sitting here watching these guys play in the yard, and I'm like, girl, I'm watching too.
We've seen the Warders playing in the yard where they were.
Why do you think the Warders look like the prince?
It's because they're exceptionally attractive.
Why do you think the Warders look like the prince? It's like saying all titties look alike. They don't look alike. Some titties look better than other titties, and you want to stare at the good-looking titties.
We are staring at the good-looking titties.
You know what? With that way you explained it, normally I would understand that, because again, for anyone new that doesn't know, I am a loving lady. Mm-hmm. I did not see the fucking difference there.
Yeah, and the princes are dishing out the dick. They are swinging.
I did not understand why it was such a big deal for them to go and watch these dudes.
You can watch it and you can go catch it later, probably.
Right.
You brings all the nonsense to the yard.
Drive, because these warders are bonded to all these other Aes Sedai, so you can't,
this is free dick. This is free range dick.
So this is
no matter what level that is, though, you're not guaranteed that one of those dudes is gonna want to come dick you down.
Yes, they are going to dick everybody down who asks.
You are.
Right now, okay.
They're
at that point in time,
no, they are princes. They're going to dick. They're going to throw the dick. The dick is going to be dicking.
At that point in time, that was not a known thing. Now, once we found out they were going to,
it was a known thing. That's why they were excited. It was known. That's why they were excited.
Clearly,
now what was known originally was they were going to be leaving tomorrow.
Princess dick down, ma'am. Every universe, every story. Every fantasy story that includes a royal family, the princes and the kings be dicking down.
I get that. They were absolutely
standard.
The chicks
they're not the heir, so they can go around and sling the peen how they want to sling the peen. Are you kidding me? Yes, I'm lining up. I don't care if I'm number 23.
Not just that, like think about it. Like, AK, like the girls were giving Matt play, because he was like the one male that that they had around them that they could get at, right? Because he's not bonded to an Aes Sedai, right? Like Aes Sedai feel what the Warders feel. Do you know how weird that would be, even in the event that you could slide off with a Warder? Like, Now I gotta deal with
understand that.
whoever Aes Sedai looking at me crazy because she know what that feel like. Nah, bro, like that's just not gonna happen. So now you got like,
what I'm saying.
Free range dick. Oh
Free
no,
range dick.
lining up. We've been stuck in this tower for how long? We can't even leave this bitch. Oh no.
I told you.
Lining up for them, I know, I understand, but they were going. If the original plan would have been followed, and as far as they knew, the plan was they were only going to be there as far as tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's why they run through. And that's why they were all fucking that night, and Matt heard it. Don't you see?
Like all they need is some water and a sandwich, and they can go again.
That's it. That is it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm saying they were not going to be able to tag everyone.
Yes, I guarantee you they would have. I guarantee you they would have, could have, and they should.
They're in their 20s.
In just that night when they're leaving morning.
As someone who frequents dick, yes,
we can heal them. We can give them back the stamina. We can give them back the fluids. We can heal them.
To the novices, no, they can.
Yes, you can. We can heal them. A couple of us is accepted. We can heal them.
Oh, right.
Yes. I would tell you they would have been able to go through anyone who wanted to be gone through. Number 23.
Yeah. All right, we'll agree to disagree on that.
You're going to be wrong for that one. It's not agree to disagree. You're wrong.
You are healed.
If you said so.
You're absolutely wrong.
You are healed.
Nice little operation fell apart in one fell swoop. What operation? He didn't have an operation.
He did.
He did.
He thought he had an operation.
He had an operation until they showed up.
He didn't have the juice that he needed, but he had a little put this horn up to your mouth thing, like you know what that is.
I said 23.
You know what that is, right? And she was like, okay. And then homegirl came and was like, ooh, girl, no. Put that
Look at this
down.
one.
I got something to show you.
Their princes are naked.
Okay, see, I guess that's just the part of me that just would not jump at man.
No, because you don't like penis.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Okay, and you can ask anyone that has been rocking with me for years from the beginning. I can very much I am 7 of 9. I can very much appreciate the aesthetics of someone looking sexy. If you show me a picture of like The Rock with his shirt off, your fucking abs are banging, bro.
Because they're not sexy to you. You don't see how people could line up to get dick down by people who have a temporary time frame.
No,
they're gonna be dick down.
So I totally understand how they could be, but they're not gonna hit every chick in the eye.
The people who want it, yes, they will.
When they're going home,
yes, they will. Guarantee you.
Yes. We can heal them. Don't you?
We'll agree to disagree on that.
It's 2 to 1. We're telling you as the frequency of young men with spermatization and healing abilities, and the fact that the younger they are, they can go multiple times.
Listen, like as women who do like dick, we are telling you that if we were locked in a tower with other women who also enjoy dick, and some dick just happened to walk up in there, and we couldn't leave the tower.
And every single person is going to be able to run a train.
The thing is, not everybody wants to, but the people who do want to, I've got my towel. I brought my own towel.
Straight up.
Okay, see, it is starting to sound way too much like that chick who just banged 100 guys.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is for people who are trapped.
And look at where she is now. Ew.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not attractive to you, and you don't want it. But if I'm stuck in a tower with bitches I don't want to fuck, and a man come in and I want to fuck, I'm fucking him.
I'm not the towel.
Listen, I will wipe my. Excuse me. All right,
okay, you know what? No, see, we're gonna cut that here. Meeks, you're not gonna understand the reference, but Brittany, hey. Okay, this is very much into ginger ale chat territory.
It is.
That's not what we're here for on a school night.
It is. It's very much so. Like that's what it is. And now that they're staying a little longer, because they're like, oh well, you're not going anywhere, then I'm not going anywhere, right?
There is no a little longer. And actually, that's a good note to wrap on right there. There is no a little longer. They are literally being stationed here not only as to start their water training, so they say, but really they're just about to be a part of a spy network, because who else is staying? Lady Chrissy is also about to be staying at the Citadel, so it's about to be shits and shenanigans. And I know the ladies have watched. They're just waiting for me to catch up.
Yes,
I guarantee you, I will be in their DMs this weekend. Like, yo, what the fuck?
Giggity.
Because I already know it's some shit about to pop off.
Are you gonna watch 2? Are you gonna watch 3, 4, and 5? Or are you just gonna watch 3 and 4?
3, 4, probably just 3 and 4.
Okay,
so I'm fresh. I see, and now I have to watch 3, 4, and 5 because of that reference.
Well, thank you, I'm glad. Because that's tomorrow. That's what I gotta get up for.
Hold on. Just logistics. Realistically, B, what is the earliest you think you could start a discussion?
What for?
For the eps that are going to be out by the time we do this again next Wednesday. Can you do 3 in a row?
I can.
Or do you want to just keep it at 2?
I do 3, but I probably will. I got it. The baby doesn't go down until honestly like about 9, and then sometimes she pops back up. So
okay, yeah, all right. So it'll only be the 2 episodes then, because I very much always want to have Professor Diligence in with us. So yeah, we'll keep it at just the 2. Because especially because it's a school night.
That's what that was.
And also and we'll do the rating for this in a second after this. But recent developments, again, for anyone that didn't know, I did pass my USA citizenship immigration test. I don't have a date for my swearing in just yet, but it's coming up. But very recently, like just this past week, is the 2nd anniversary of my little brother passing from cancer. So if you have a drink, alcoholic or not, even water or juice, raise a glass with me real quick. Thank you for being here, for rocking me. And a lot of y'all know my woes with my bruv, so I appreciate y'all being here. Take a sip for the homie. And yeah, that's what we're doing. And yes, thank you. Look, I cannot stress enough how crazy it is being a United States resident right now.
It's crazy.
And when I say it's wild that I was able to get in and get my citizenship test taken before shit really starts hitting the fan, and don't mistake it, things have already been going fucked, but before the real big shit starts fucking around, I was able to get my application and everything through. And one of the things that I've been lucky with is 2 of my bosses are lawyers, and one of them has very good connects with immigration lawyers, and that's who was representing me through this whole process, and he has been great. And yeah, I'm just saying, if you don't know anyone that has immigration issues in the US, remember me and remember what I'm telling you right here. This is not just something that's easily fixable, and it's not something that can go away easily. American citizens, Native Americans, even, just because they look like they might be slightly Mexican, are being held. People that are here legally, like myself, as permanent residents, are being hemmed up by ICE. And again, if you don't know anyone that's in that situation, think of me and remember how scary this shit is. At any point in time, they could have gotten me, even though I'm here legally in this country. And there's just so much crazy shit that's going down. So one of the things my lawyer did tell me is my whole process, and it's how I know, the powers that be are watching out for me. My whole process has gone through a lot faster than they have ever seen this process go. Not everyone is so lucky. So please pray for us if you're overseas, across the pond, wherever. Please pray for us because the U.S. ain't good right now. It really isn't, and it's only going to get worse. But thank you guys for being here, ladies. What are we rating this episode? What's our I'm at like 8.75.
Lady D, I'm going to do it. In lieu of the conversation, we can talk about rating it swinging dicks, if you will.
The hilarity.
Okay. How many dicks we slinging for this? I got 8.75 dicks. That's where I'm at.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Lady D, how many dicks you got?
7. I'm still giving it a 7 until you get to episode 4. And I'm telling you, AK, you're gonna watch episode 5. Because once you get to episode 4, you're gonna go, hell no.
Because I was mad. And I was like, next. And there was no next.
And there was no next. Okay. Exactly.
I'm giving this a solid 8 swinging dicks because this was a lot of fun. And it gave me information. I saw my man for the first time and I truly fell in love.
Okay. All right. I feel that.
It's my man. A big bitch needs a big man. And I'm ready.
See, Meeks always be talking about over how big she is, y'all. Meeks is, and again, we live in the same city. We have hung out in person. Okay, yeah, I mean, she thick. It's not like you overly exaggerated thick. Stop that. Okay, so eight dicks on the board from Honey D.
Listen, the way we have to go into these comments and approve all these dicks is hilarious.
From the brethren. See, you know what? I'm not even looking at YouTube. I'm looking at StreamYard. StreamYard doesn't even show me anything.
Okay, because I've been approving the dicks and the other stuff on here.
I too.
Okay. Yeah. StreamYard does not differentiate from any of that. I still see everything.
The next slide for real time will be on Wednesday.
Thank you, Honey D and Helena.
Okay.
I appreciate
that. My eyes is burning.
Yes.
My eyes is burning.
It is time. Yeah. Again, it's a school night. So thanks for rocking with us, y'all. And we will be back on Friday. Actually, if you go over to the Citadel of Trivia channel, we're going to be doing a trivia session for Song of Ice and Fire / Game of Thrones things. And Monday, we'll be back here with some more Daredevil. And Wednesday, episode 3 and 4 of The Wheel of Time. So come through. It's going to be a blast. Thank you for rocking with us, everyone. Lady D, you got something else coming up?
I do. I have a video on the Andor Succession coming up.
Hey.
I have a video about why the Two Rivers people hate the Aes Sedai. As you see how naive, they had the girl, but why they were all so suspicious of Moraine. It has some historical context there, which is cool. And then I've started on Duncan Egg content. So I started scripting Duncan Egg content because y'all know
I'm gonna be so tired.
I'm a Blackfire loyalist, and I believe that we were robbed. So since Duncan Egg is coming, it only seems fitting to because it's so heavily related to the Blackfire rebellions. It only seems fitting to do a series of content that is about the Blackfire rebellions and about the stories of Duncan Egg. So that's what I have coming up.
Word up. Thank you. What channel is trivia on? Is the Citadel of Trivia channel. And you don't even have to put that in the search. Just look in the description. I have the link down there already. Sydney, you late, Ma? We about to go to bed right now. Yeah, you absolutely missed the whole show. But I hope you can catch us next week. And yes, thank you, Jake. Meeks, I know you got all the things.
Literally all the things.
All the things.
Daredevil, Wheel of Time. Solo leveling. What else am I doing? I feel like I'm missing something. Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets
next week. So I'll be talking about what I'm planning for my gaming channel. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait. Listen, I really want to tell y'all what it is, but I'm so terrified that somebody will see this video. It has a larger channel.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I cannot guarantee exactly when, but I did ask Meeks previously to choose a fun comedy movie to chat about for her birthday. So we're gonna do something to commemorate.
I'm never missing my allergy shots again.
Please don't. It's been 2 weeks, ma'am.
Oh, I'm dying.
I already know how it is when I miss 2 weeks of my rheumatoid arthritis. Don't do that. It's horrible. But again, thank you everyone that was in the chat.
Thank you, everybody.
Appreciate y'all for coming through. Come through again. Like I said, Citadel of Trivia Friday. We're going through House of the Dragon, Song of Ice and Fire, Duncan Ed, anything in the world of Planetos is what we call it from George R. R. Martin. We're gonna have in trivia. So come through on that channel. Monday again, we'll be back here with the ladies talking about Daredevil. How many episodes of Daredevil? We're still like two for two, right?
Lord,
I think we're already.
You see me stop like.
I don't remember.
We did 3 and 4.
We did 3 and 4 on Tuesday. So
With
5 and 6. Yeah. So 5 and 6. Yeah, 5 and 6 is what we'll be talking about on Monday, and then come back to DJ channel. We'll be talking possibly
going to do something and
about Daredevil on Tuesday, but more than likely the main thing is Tuesday. Thousand Eyes and One, our homies. We'll be talking about Roger Rabbit because we just love nostalgia. And that's it. And then Wednesday we'll be back here for some more turns of the wheel for episodes 5 and 6. So yes, thank you.
Muse, you are one sick boy. You hear me? You's a sick individual. Just Jesus on him. Somebody. Ooh, Jesus be a straitjacket. Jesus be a jail cell.
Jesus in a straitjacket.
Something. You's a sick individual. Just a sick individual. That's it.
All right, y'all.
Word up, yes. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all. Catch y'all next time. Peace out. Be safe.
Bye.
Oh my gosh.